morning, welcome to Sewing Quilter. I'm Vicky Gordon and it's a pleasure to be back for more sewing shenanigans. So, shall we see how this Thursday is shaping up? We've got a brilliant show for you today, brilliant show. We've got the lovely Alistair Macdonald back, House of Alistair, this first hour. Then, everything to kit you out for your sewing room, for your sewing workshop. We have our sewing tool station coming up at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. we have English paper piecing with Alistair, our EPP, and then 11 o'clock, it's Miss Out. So the last of lines, it's always a very busy hour. I'm being told you've got to be fast, you've got to be speedy for that 11 a.m. hour. So thank you all so much. I want to start by saying as well, thank you all so much for being so kind to me on Facebook. Those of you that are on the Sewing Quilter fan page, I've been very busy this week. I've enrolled onto my sewing course. So it's all clicking into place now. I'm starting to pick up all the terminology and it's just great to have all of your encouragement. There's something about just seeing all the lovely comments. I was on my Facebook last night just going, oh, thank you, and it's filled me with confidence. So thank you all so much. But get in touch with me. We want to hear from you today if you've got any questions for Alistair. Because of course, how often do we get somebody who brings their own products to air? So Alistair's here. But anyway, go to the website, click on watch, and then that will take you in a second. It always does this white screen. Hang on, there we are, there I am. Message the studio. It's a bit like Twitter used to be. You can only do, I think it's 140 characters. So just keep it short and sweet and send it across. That will go straight through to my producer, Paul, who's fit and well today. Well, nearly. He's feeling well. Send that into the studio and then that will come directly to me and I can grill Alistair on air. Any questions? He's told me, no questions are silly. Ask away. Please do, because I'm the same as you. I'm learning as well. So there you go. If you've got any pictures or if you want to send any longer fan mail, then send it along to studio@sewingquilter.com. Now, today, it is the launch of the new edition of our magazine. So it's thanks to these magazines that we're here. Of course, those of you that are subscribers and fans of these magazines, then you already know all about them, but they are brilliant. And today we are selling them individually as single issues. They came out today. These are brand new today. So, Simply Sewing. Now, John Scott did say to me, read this one first. This is for the more beginner, intermediate, but you've got so many patterns. It is actually the #1 sewing magazine in the UK. It launched 3 years ago. It's got so much. Do you know what? We will go through this in more detail at 9 o'clock, but it is for more sort of beginners to intermediate. £7.99. Issue 40. You have so many freebies with these magazines. In fact, with this one, you get 3 patterns, which you could pay £7.99 for those alone. So there you are. We'll go through them in more detail at 9 o'clock. We've got so much to do with Alistair, so I won't keep it too long. But this is for more of the intermediate to advanced. So if you are a bit more confident with your quilting, then this one's for you. And once again, it's got all of the hints and tips. It's got lots of templates and patterns. Again, the #1 UK's quilting magazine. Today's Quilter, just £5.99. And then we have Love Patchwork and Quilting, which actually you'll recognise some faces in here because this features Lucy Brennan and Joe Carter. So you can see 18 exclusive designs, lots of hints and tips again, and a fantastic read, isn't it? We're having a good flick through it, but we will look further in detail. That's just £5.99. So today, this first hour, I've mentioned Alistair. It's not very often that we get to bring a guest who actually brings their own products. Now, this isn't just any special guest. We've got Liberty. We've got Liberty fabric in this showcase and a brand new project. So we're going to try and do a couple in this first hour, but the first one is mainly on the heat wrap. The heat wrap is, oh, it's gorgeous and it smells divine. I wish we had smell-o-vision so you could smell how good they are. But we have got, there it is, there's a picture of the heat wrap. So obviously, heat it up in the microwave while Alistair will talk us through, or put it in the freezer if you've got a sports injury. You can put it on your leg or your hip. Why am I pointing to my shoulder and saying hip? But right, so we've got 2 different colourways, and 2 different filling options. We'll start with the cherry stones. So the cherry stones, are we going to do those on their own, Paul, or are we going to do them in the kit. So in the kit, this is the pink and red, which is lovely, isn't it? This is the one that you've seen on the demo that's already made. 6 pieces of beautiful Liberty fabric. Now, I'm new to all of these designers, and yet I can spot Liberty fabric a mile off. I've always known Liberty fabric, everybody does. So you're getting Liberty fabric, which has got the stretch as well, $16.99, along with your cherry stone filling. You've got 700 grams of cherry stone filling as well in the pack. You get the instructions, which are fantastic. I know Alistair was talking us through the instructions. Not only has it got how to make it, but it's also then got your instruction of how to use it. $16.99. So the next one, we'll stick with the same fabrics, but this time in the wheat and lavender. This smells beautiful. Obviously with the cherry stone, you can add your own essential oil, so you can get whatever scent you want at home. This one is beautiful though, and I know how popular lavender is. So this is your wheat and lavender. Once again, with the same colourway. We're going to learn all about this, and Alistair will explain more. $14.99, but that's for the wheat and lavender filling. You get full instructions with all of these packs. There it is. Beautiful fabric, isn't it? It is beautiful, beautiful. So if you want a different colourway, the blues and the greens, again, those teal blues are stunning, aren't they? I love this one, and this one's really nice, this ditzy pattern. So this is the wheat and lavender again. If you want wheat and lavender, this one, oh no, it's the other one, it's the cherry stones that you're going to be able to put in the washing machine, aren't you? Yeah, at 40-degree wash. We're going to learn all about this. $14.99 for the wheat and lavender. And of course, all your Liberty. Liberty, instructions, your filling, and lavender, $14.99. And then your final option is with the cherry stone. Cherry stones with the green and blue beautiful fabric. So, that's $16.99. Before we do nip over, oh, these are all brand new today, by the way. The cherry stones are brand new, so you can actually buy those on their own. You can buy them as a kilogram pack. So here we go, we'll run the graphics through before we go over to Alistair. The one that I'm holding is 700 grams, but you buy them in a kilogram pack for $10.99, so you get more than that, $10.99. And also, you can get them in 500 grams. We'll run the graphics through for those as well. Sorry, they're a bit slow. There you go, $8.49. $8.49 for the 500 gram packs if you want to buy those on their own. More eco-friendly, isn't it? If you want the wheat grain, it also comes with the lavender. Oh no, wheat grain on its own. Wheat grain on its own. A kilogram, $8.49. Now the one that I'm holding is 700 grams, but you can buy 1 kilogram for $8.49, or you can buy the 500 grams. So again, this is 700 grams, but you'll get 500 grams for just $5.49. We've never brought these to air before, so I think it's going to be very, very popular. Right, should we go over and meet Alistair himself? Hello, hello, hello. Mwah. So lovely to have you with us. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for sharing your breakfast this morning with me and making me feel very, very comfortable. Right. So we're bringing a whole new product to air as well.
Yep. So we've got our heat packs. So you can use both of these versions as a heat pack or a cold wrap.
Yeah.
But if you are putting it in the freezer, you need to wrap it in a polythene bag, just so that it doesn't take on any moisture.
Okay.
The one you have to watch more with, the cherry stone one, you don't have to, you can actually put that in the washing machine at 40 degrees, that's absolutely fine, and you just air dry that. But the wheat one, you must not submerge in water. Okay. Because then it'll start to grow. You could actually just chuck this in your garden and you will grow wheat.
No way, that's brilliant. Okay, so don't put that in water, but you can actually wash the cherry stone one. And the fabrics are beautiful, aren't they?
Yep, so these are all iconic Liberty prints. So in each kit, you get six pieces. So you get 2 of one of them, and then you get 4 of the other sections. And these ones, we just need to trim them down because they've got, these are, we were lucky enough to, Liberty called us up and asked us if we wanted some little gems of swatches. So we got them, yeah.
Fantastic.
So these are sort of once these are gone, they are gone.
Okay.
And this one has a little bit of elastane in, so it's actually got a nice natural stretch. So because it's been used in a wheat wrap, it's absolutely fine. And when you're using these in the microwave, you just have to be a little bit cautious. So you need to make sure that your wrap lies flat, and you just test it. Always go for the lower before you start getting used to.
Don't blast it on full power.
Yeah, don't get an industrial sort of microwave, because this will start smoking, which is not what you want. If you do smell an odor of burning and it feels like it's like toast, or then you've gone a bit too far, and it's better to start from fresh.
From scratch, yeah.
So
they are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are obviously something that you can buy a lot, and I know, well, Paul has not got a boiler at the moment, as I'm struggling, so I could do with all of these, just lined up all in my bed. This would be lovely. Now, you've seen, of course, the pinks and the reds. We're going to go for the blues and the greens, but I do just love this fabric. It's iconic, isn't it? As soon as you see, I was saying to you earlier, I don't really know, I'm learning all these designers, but I know Liberty fabric when you see it.
It's one of those things, the sort of clarity of the print. When you look at other printed cottons, you can start to separate them out, and you know which ones, because you just look at it's the minute detail. And before digital printing and all of that, they were all still hand screen printed. Yeah. So yeah, the accuracy on them, and also the amount of colorways. So for instance, the depth of colors you get on. So the more colors you have in a print, the more expensive it actually is to produce. So a lot of Liberty prints have multiple colors in them. So they are really, in the terms of printing world, they are really expensive fabrics.
Okay, so where do we start? Right.
So you need to start by taking the sections. So if you've bought the kit, you need to start by taking the sections. So we're going to make a wrap which is roughly 40 centimetres in width, in length, and around about, I think it's 15 centimetres in width. So we need to just make sure, so these come with little sticky labels. So all I'm simply going to do is I'm just going to use a ruler, and I'm going to go quite close to where the sticker actually is. And all I'm simply going to do is just chalk a line down there. You can use anything to make that line. And then I'm simply going
Those scissors. I've never seen scissors like this before.
I did have larger ones, but they weighed a ton.
You should have brought your gardening shears in.
So we just need to chop those off. And of course, just keep those, because you might be able to make little buttons, or
of course.
You might just need a little tab or something like that. So then you want to separate them. So obviously on both sides. So you want to make sure that when you line them up, that the two sections are opposite to one another. So I'm just going to, let's do it.
Yeah, it's when you can have a bit of a play and decide which order you want.
Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. And simply what we're going to do is we're just going to match up the shorter edges, and we're going to machine stitch 1 centimetre down from here. Now I'm using a size 4 stitch on the sewing machine, and I'm making sure that the tensions aren't too strong, because it's got a little bit of stretch in it. I don't want it to start to pucker. However, it will wave ever so slightly, but once it's made up and the fillings inside,
then it'll expand again.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take that.
The great thing about this, I know our producer Paul has said this since he's been here for the last year. He's an eco-warrior, and it's all eco-friendly as well, the filling, isn't it? It
is, and also it's a nice way of using a byproduct from, obviously, the cherry industry, because obviously yogurts and things like that, we actually make. Cherries aren't my particular favourite, but cherry stones are. So thank you for eating all those cherries.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get through a lot of cherry stones. Oh, we've got a message come through. Good morning, everyone. Great to see Alistair back with us. Please thank him for introducing me to Liberty. I am hooked. Thank you, Alison. That's from Alison.
Gosh, Alison, well, you'll be more so now. In fact, I think, actually, once you get that Liberty bug, it never kind of leaves you.
No.
Because once you've started working with Liberty and the prints, you start to think, what will I use? And then you end up going
back to Liberty. Yeah.
It always does. And I save every little bit. Nothing is ever wasted.
And I mean, you must have worked with so many different fabrics and colourways over the years, and yet you're stuck with Liberty now. You love Liberty.
Yeah, it's one of those amazing things, like the cottons and things like that. It's, for instance, in my career, I've used a lot of silks and things.
Because you are actually a dressmaker by trade, aren't you? This is something that, well, you were saying with English paper piecing, that was more your hobby, but it's now become your job as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's difficult for people in creative industries to actually separate, for instance, what they do, what they love. Because I know you said, you know, you love singing. So, for instance, when there'll become a time when, if you were doing that sort of like
all the time,
you
then
would think,
it becomes a job,
and you think,
yeah, you don't want to lose passion for it. These instructions that you get with it as well, I'll show you.
Yes, it's very comprehensive.
Which is great. You just want to break it down, because at the start I was thinking, oh, this is something that you could do as a beginner, isn't it?
Exactly, you've hit the nail on the head there. If you're just wanting to work out a sewing machine or have a play, or for instance, Mother's Day is coming up, this would make an ideal Mother's Day present.
Yeah. So you've got the comprehensive instructions, and then also how to use it as well. So it's just like you just applying all of your patchwork sort of skills, just piecing them together.
Yeah, exactly. So it is just a little bit of patchwork. And all we're going to do now, at this stage, you do have an option. So either you can press your seams out.
Right.
Now, as a rule of thumb, you always press, if you press that one that way, you always make sure that one's done there. Although, in dressmaking, if you have darts, you press them away from the body.
Right,
you never press them into the body, you always press them away. But in terms of this, you keep everything uniform.
Okay.
And then you press them away. But what I'm going to do...
So did you want me to do that?
...is I'm going to actually top stitch, so I don't need to use an iron, I'm going to top stitch all the way down this seam. And that'll just hold everything in place. So I'm just going to go...
This is interesting, actually, that you do it all the one way, because I was thinking it was whichever way is the darker fabric to cover it.
Well, yes, I mean, that would be, so for instance, if you do have a darker fabric, then I would always put the seam allowance under. But in some instances, like for instance, this is the darker fabric, but then this one is the darker fabric. But with this one, because of the thickness of it, it doesn't really matter. A way around that, it's actually a good point. If you did have a lighter one, if you actually added a lightweight fusing, people have a misconception about fusings. Fusings aren't always about adding additional stiffness. Sometimes it's just to create a bit of, it's just to help it, it's just to strengthen it, but it doesn't alter necessarily the fluidity of the fabric. So if you put a very lightweight fusing on the back, what that will do is that will avoid any transparency coming through from the back.
But these are, so, like you said, these are thick pieces of fabric, aren't they, that you're not going to see through. We've got another message come through. Oh no, Alistair is here, I'm going to be spending my money. Who said that? Sheila.
Sorry, Sheila.
Well, I'm already eyeing up this sewing machine, and I was saying, oh, okay, these are your sewing machines, I love them, I've seen them on air before, but this is so funky, isn't it? I know it would suit me. I like the thought of the, you say you've got a leopard print.
There's a leopard one, yeah.
And a lace.
And a lace.
Oh.
It's hard to choose, really.
The most popular kit so far is the pinks and the reds. Pinks and the reds. Oh, it smells amazing. It's the one with the lavender in. So if you do want the this kit with the lavender, it's $14.99 with your instructions as well. And it is just, and this is something you can easily just do in an afternoon. You don't need to worry about.
Oh, you'll if you put the if you put the foot to the pedal, you'll get this done in an hour.
Yeah.
Simple. I mean, obviously take a bit of
Yeah.
you're not going into business straight away.
Yeah.
Just
spend production line 100 an hour.
Well, you might have I don't know. You might have 6 mums. I don't know.
Yeah. Perfect. What was that? Sorry, Paul. Oh, Oh, okay then. So somebody's asking what the difference is between the wheat and the cherry.
Right, so the wheat and the cherry, the main difference with the wheat and the cherry is obviously there's a difference in size. So as you can see, the cherry stones here, they're quite big. So these would be just slightly larger than dried peas. Don't know who would buy dried peas anymore. I remember my mum always had dried peas in the pantry. I don't know why.
No, but you'd have them instead of frozen peas, or
I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, dried peas. So they're about the size of dried peas. The wheat grain is much smaller. So it's about, I would say it's about a third to half that size. The main difference is the cherry stones you can actually shove in, so you could put the whole thing in the washing machine, and you can wash it at 40 degrees. The wheat grain, however, you can't.
Okay.
So you need, if the cover got a bit dirty or soiled, then you just need to wipe it down with a damp cloth. The wheat grain, for instance, because it's a smaller grain, will mould slightly better around a neck area, so it'll become closer to the body. They both retain their heat, so once you've put them in the microwave, I mean, for a setting, I think it's for around about a 600, I think it's 700, about a maximum 800 watts. You want to put it in for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. But obviously,
just test it. Just have a go.
Test it at 2.5 and then do it. I always wrap mine in a tea towel just in case somebody before you who's used the microwave hasn't wiped the...
If it's me and I've exploded my porridge in there.
Right. Okay. So in your house, I would definitely use it. But that's the main difference. Yeah. When you put them in, the lavender, it's optional whether or not you want to put it in. But for instance, if you did put it in, then that gives off a scent.
Oh, it's lovely.
The cherry stones, though, they have been washed and they've been graded and they've been air dried, just like the wheat grain. So you don't really need to worry. It's quite natural when you take them out of the microwave for it to steam a little bit, because there is still a natural moisture in them, but they give off a kind of like a woody sort of smell.
And you could add your own essential oils, couldn't you? Nice eucalyptus or something would be nice.
And you can always add. So for instance, how we're going to close this, you can always just open this and then you can put more oil inside. So you don't have to put it on. I wouldn't suggest putting the oil actually on the cloth, but if you just wanted to open this up again and then put it in, because I made a prototype before we prototype everything and again and again and again. I took this home and I put it in the microwave, and actually I was ill at the time and I thought, oh, this is actually quite nice. Yeah. And my son literally goes, ooh, and literally, and I lost it for the whole evening. I was like, all right.
So it's tactile, isn't it? You do want to grab it and just smell it. It's beautiful. Could you put a zip in or something? Or...
Yeah, you could put a zip in. For instance, if you wanted to make just a calico inside, and for instance, if you wanted to make it in something like silk, or if you wanted to use fleece or something like that, always test the fabric in the microwave. Never use anything that has had... for instance, if you were to use a true organza, that has actually been dyed using with metal. So that actually has a metal content in it. Metal you do not put in the microwave. So always make sure you just test, because some fabrics as well have a low burning point. So just make sure and see what the fire retardantness of your fabric is. Cotton and things like that are absolutely fine, but always just test it before.
Okay. So next we are...
Right, so we've top stitched down, so you can see that that's all nice and flat. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to match up. So we're going to use all these different points, and we're going to match up as best we can where the seams
This is what I was stuck on yesterday. Those of you that saw my pictures, I learnt the hard way that my teacher actually made me unpick it all, the whole big... Oh, apparently we have got a picture of it, me working. So I've had to unpick all of this because they weren't quite in line. But you have to learn the hard way, because then you do learn to nestle them correctly then, don't you?
The thing is...
Thanks, Paul.
It's always... I'm the world's worst. I can sit and hand bead a dress for a wedding or something for 6 weeks and I will not get bored.
Right.
When it comes to doing something for me, I I throw out the rule book and I'm really bad. It's the quickest I can get something done, and it's not really a reflection of what I can do. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. We all get a bit sort of, especially if you've got a lot of them, or if you're just starting quilting or something like that, I wouldn't always advise to go with the smallest thing. Like for instance, like EPP, if you've never done it before and you just want to be able to see faster results, go with a larger size to start with before you start doing like the mini and the micro, because it will put you off for life if you're doing that. Because by the time you've sewn it all together and you've only got an A5 sort of piece, and you think, God, that's taken a week. And you're thinking, like, so yeah.
Oh, this is a great make for Mother's Day, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm thinking this is definitely going to be the one that I'm having a go at for Mother's Day. So what's it? How do we get this soaked? Do you just have to feel to nestle them together?
So you literally, now because this has got a bit of stretch, it's a little bit forgiving. So for instance, I'm just making sure that my seam line, I'm not looking at the top stitching line, but I'm looking at the seam line to make sure that it matches up. Sometimes with machines, you'll never get it always exactly accurate, but you can get it as best to. So I'm only going to put a couple of pins in, and I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. But what I am going to do is I'm going to mark with a pencil my opening, because you want to make sure that it's equal distance. When you're closing it though, if for instance it's not equidistant from your seams, then all you need to do is you just need, even though there's a seam there, you just carry the hand stitch across so it's symmetrical on both sides.
You're best to do that first though, aren't you, anyway, and then you can get it right first time.
So I'm not going to bother about doing the corners. So I'm just going to get a pencil. Now I've said in the pattern, leave around about 10 centimetres, but just leave as much as you're comfortable, because you have to turn it through and you have to enable you to fill it. So I'm just going to leave from there, and I'll leave from, is that about the same? Yeah.
You've got a very good eye, haven't you? Very good eye that you can just do that by eye if you're getting my ruler out. So this is the one that is very, very popular at the moment. We have got the blue and green colourway as well, which Alistair is demonstrating right now. But this is a brand new make today. Brand new make. We love it. The heat pack. Cherry. This one is actually filled with the cherry stones. You can feel the larger sort of stones, but it's lovely. Yeah, just behind your neck, or if you've got a tummy ache, or just to have on your lap. You know, I always sit there with a blanket on my knees. I'd love to just take this out with me, just have it on my lap. This is lovely.
And it's good for children as well, although when you take it out the microwave, let it cool ever so slightly. It's not as warm as a hot water bottle, but for instance, they're not going to get that scalding sort of feeling. And also, there's no chance, like my son who likes to jump up and down his bed and actually practice his street dancing whilst he's asleep, we have a worry that, you know, he's going to literally he's going to jump off his bed and stamp on the hot water bottle, and you know, so that will not happen. You might have a bit of a mess with cherry stones everywhere, but I'd rather be cleaning that up than going to A&E and spending 4 hours there again.
Somebody has asked about the lavender by itself. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Lavender. This is the lavender by itself. Now, hopefully, if we get a chance as well, we can show you how to do the lavender pouch, because that's another lovely gift for Mother's Day. $8.99, just the lavender. But oh, this is going to come in handy for lots of different makes. Oh, it's a beautiful smell, isn't it? I do love lavender. $8.99. That's for 250 grams, so that's going to go a long way. Just $8.99.
And it's homegrown from Yorkshire.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is what's great about all of Alistair's, obviously, these are all Alistair's products. So what you were saying, I could tell you the name of the lumberjack that cut down the tree to make these templates. It is literally that, no middlemen. So, from Yorkshire. Oh, it smells beautiful.
And they've got the new stores as well, with all the new fresh stuff, which is really nice. The good thing about my suppliers, they don't. Some suppliers hold a huge hoard, and sometimes the lavender towards the end of it gets a bit old. Yeah. But they don't do that. They have a certain amount, and once that does it, just about does them up to when the new season comes in, and then literally the whole thing's fresh. It's fresh every year, so it's lovely. It's quite a different thing if you say you're a lavender farmer or a flower farmer.
Yeah. It's so lovely all the time.
So I've just sewn around. Now I'm not bothering about cutting threads or anything like that off because it really doesn't need it. And also I'm not going to snip the corners. Now we normally would trim the corners back, but in this instance I'm not, because because the bag's going to have a lot of, you know, it's going to be twisted and it's going in the microwave and everything like that. I'm going to keep as much strength in there as possible. So you just want to pull the bag through. If you wanted to, before you did that, if you wanted to press the seam open along that opening, that will give you a firm, and it will give you a neat line so that when you're coming to hand stitch it, you know you're hand stitching the exact amount. Okay. So you're just going to pull this through. You can see how simple. Yeah, this is why it's easier just to have a bit of a bigger space to pull it through, isn't it? Yeah, because you don't want to try and, you know, everyone thinks, all right, well, I'll make the hole as small as possible, and then I don't have that whole arduous task of, you know, having to close it. It's going to take you another 3 seconds to close a slightly larger space. You know what? Because this is so thick, I'm just going to use my pencil just to poke out the tips. Obviously, you would use something that's not going to poke all the way through. Oh, and it's lovely with the Liberty fabric as well, isn't it? $16.99. There's a lot of people with the blue and green in their basket now. Well done. So you can see, and especially if you've got boys in the family as well, this is quite a nice one for the boys as well. Yeah. But I quite like, I mean, I like pinks and reds, but this has got some reds in it. So now we're ready to stuff it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to borrow one of my instruction sheets. And I'm just going to simply create a funnel. Yeah, they just said, is it going to make a funnel? Yeah, they're literally making a funnel. There you are. Yeah. Now the trick with this is you want to, I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to make a slightly smaller one. So I'm going to keep, because that's going to go inside, I'm going to use that edge and I'm just going to curl it over. Now I want to leave a decent hole. Because the cherry stones are obviously about the size of a little pea, you want to at least help yourself out, because they'll all go in there and they'll all just jam up. And I'm just going to put a pin. I'm going to put a pin straight through there. Just keep your fingers away from there. And then literally, you just need to add your stones. We're just going to pop that in there. You hold that there. They are lovely, aren't they? Like you said, they've got that nice woody smell. Yeah. And they're all completely eco-friendly. It's so frustrating as well when you, if you've ever burst anything like this, it's got lots of plastic little bits. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? But these are, again, it's so eco-friendly, they're not going to... Yeah, again, your vacuum cleaner. And it's up to you to decide how many you put in. I've put the whole lot in, and then a tip with this is if you hold it to a side, it fills one side up at a time. I suppose with the cherry stones, because they're larger, if you do want it for around your neck, you better not fill it as much, and then you'll be able to manipulate it around a bit more. Exactly, that's the trick with it. Whereas the wheat allows you to pretty much do what it is. So you don't need any sort of don't need any special equipment for this. There you go. It's easy peasy. It is. Got my afternoon sorted today. Afternoon activities. Well, what we'll do, we'll end up sending people skating across the... Yeah, with all of these cherry stones on the fourth row. Someone will come in tomorrow and go, literally go, what's been going on? I know, what are these? You know, who's been sat in here eating? So we'll just put a little bit more in, because it's obviously, this doesn't make great TV. Yeah, more. There we go. Add a bit more. Right, so we'll finish there. So you can see I put about 3/4 of my pack in there.
Yeah.
And then literally, oh, 2 escapees. So you just fill it to where you actually want it. And then I'm just going to place a couple of pins. So I'm going to keep that nice and flat. And I'm just.
So it would have helped as well if you press it, then you've got that definite edge, haven't you?
Yeah, and you've got that guide. So I'm just going to do that there. And then I'm going to use a thicker cotton. So I'm using what we would call a top stitching cotton, which isn't a normal sewing cotton, but it's a lot thicker. And the good thing about this, because you're hand sewing, and if you are giving this as a gift to somebody, make the hand stitches visible. You don't want to hide them. You want to make them visible because...
that's a lovely detail.
Exactly. So you want to show somebody that you actually have genuinely, you know, made it for them. So just like anything, as I've always said, you always start away from the entry point of where you're going to come out for. So you're wanting to bury the thread inside. So I never tie a knot on my thread. I'm going to create the knot.
Right.
So you pull it through and we're coming out where we're going to start. And you just want to just pop it inside. And then I'm going to do 1 and then 2. Now on the third one, I'm then going to go through the loop, and that's created a really neat and flat. So if you feel across there, you don't really feel a great big knot.
No.
So now I'm just going to do we call this little whip stitch or slip stitch, and I'm just going to catch neatly the mouth of the opening closed.
There you go. Alistair, just because we've got 15 minutes left with you, I really would like to see the hot water bottle or the pouch as well. So, shall we have a look at the packs again?
Yep.
If we have a look at the packs again whilst Alistair's just hand stitching that. So, very, very popular, of course. As always, whenever Alistair's here, it's always very, very busy and lots of lovely messages coming in. So, let's go with the pink and red with the lavender. It is beautiful fabric. A lot of people asking about this one. This is beautiful, $14.99 for the reds and the pinks with the wheat and lavender. So obviously it is a little smaller than the cherry stones, so you can pack it out more. Now, the image doesn't show it, but you do get the instructions as well. You do get Alistair's instructions as well. So this time with the cherry stones. So this is the one that you could, if you wanted to add your own essential oils at home, if you wanted to add your own scents, slightly larger stones this time. And of course, all of the fabric as well, just $16.99. So just to reiterate, you've got this comprehensive instruction set from Alistair. So it will talk you through exactly how to do it, all of the sizes that you need, and of course then, your instructions of how to use it hot and cold. You've got those care instructions as well. That will come with it. So the blues, you've got this lovely blue and green. See, yes, more masculine, but still, I love these tones. This is probably my pick. The wheat and the lavender. Just look at that. That's such a beautiful ditzy pattern, isn't it? $14.99, this is the one that Alistair is demoing. And then, with the cherry stones as well, it is still one postage and packaging. Those of you that are purchasing, remember, all day long, you'll only pay one postage and packaging. Just $2.95 all day long. Brand new project. Oh, we love all these brand new projects. In fact, you did see the hot water bottle. When was the last time that you did the hot water bottle here, Alistair?
Gosh, I can't actually remember, actually. I think it was sometime before Christmas, I think.
Yeah. It's been ages, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But this would be lovely if we thought we'd bring it back for Mother's Day.
Yeah. So you have, you do the honours.
Thank you. I love the lace as well. Now, you've not done it in the lace, have you?
No, so this is a slightly different take. So the pattern is, the whole concept is exactly the same. What I've done here is I've used the cream, the ivory cream fleece underneath. And then what I've done, a few shows back, we did this beautiful dress which was overlaid with this corded lace. So if you've got any of your corded lace left, and we still have some available, then I've overlaid this, and it We did a Liberty print one, but this completely takes it to somewhere else. It's beautiful, and
It's
especially
really
for
nice.
mums out there.
There you go, $6.99 for the lace. Now the instructions, once again, in the kit you do get the instructions. It was the 20th of December, it was just before Christmas that you did this.
Oh, gosh.
It was ages ago. So, with this, you get the pattern $6.99, all of the pattern inside all of your instructions. And it will explain your ingredients of what you'll need on the back. But there you go. So, where do we start with this one?
Right, so what I'm going to do, because some of you will have, I'm going to show you how to make this. So for instance, the hot water bottle case is really simple. Disregard the instructions about putting the Liberty bottom section on, and literally all you're doing is you're just over this, you're just pinning your lace over the top, and you just hand stitch it down all the way around, and then you just use that whole thing to make it as you would before. Okay. And then all I've done is I've used satin ribbon as the sash, and I've used the satin bias bind that we have on. And what I've done here, a nice little detail here, is rather than just putting a straight stitch here, I've done a little box with a nice little cross.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
And it's really, really nice, and it feels really, really nice as well.
Now the bias binding for half a metre is only 56p, so we've got lots of different colours, and also lots of different colours of the lace. Yeah, have a look at the different colours that are available. We're just going to run the graphics, so if we have a look at them all, then you can see. So you've got black, you've got white, you've got pink, blues, lavender, this almost teal colour. I love this one. That would look really nice with the cream lace. Okay. The pink, Mother's Day, and this is going to go with, again, the grey, the cream lace, the blue even, it would look nice. Okay, the graphics will keep going through, so basically, once we've run the graphics, it means that you can buy it, so it will be all below on the website, it will be below the screen that you're watching on the website. So, you've got your fleece.
Yeah, so for instance, lots of you have bought fleece, so all those little bits and pieces that you've got lying around in your stash, because obviously we don't chuck anything out, and also little
Hoarders.
Bits. Exactly. Got buckets, well not buckets, but boxes of it in my studio. So all I'm simply going to, so what I've done here is I've roughly cut out, so if I fold it in half, we've done it 12 by 12 centimetres. Right. So we're just going to make a little pouch, if you like. So I'm going to use a tiny scrap of the lace as well.
If you're after the fleece, is it the cream? Yeah, the cream one that we're using, or the white. It's just $9.99 for a metre, and as you say, this is something that you're going to use and use and use, keep hold of for lots of different projects.
Well, exactly. So I'm just going to shove a couple of pins in here. This is such a quick make, and honestly, it is really, really easy.
Oh yeah, we're doing really well. We've got 9 minutes, so we're still
okay.
To be able to do these two projects. It doesn't actually take that long, does it? Still in time for Mother's Day.
Exactly.
What is Mother's Day? Is it the 11th of March? 10th of March? 11th, I believe.
So you've all got plenty of time. So you can just be quite rough in terms of how you're cutting it out.
I love these to hang in your wardrobe. Just have on a hanger and they look lovely, but also if you add that lavender scent, it's really nice, isn't it?
Well, exactly. It's
or
really,
in your room, in the hallway.
So I've just got some, so what you could use, so for instance, if you had your bias binding, what you could do is you could double it over and you could top stitch down either side and you could create your ribbon that way. Yeah. So if you had black bias binding, you could use that exactly the same. We're just going to use some black satin ribbon. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off a little length of the ribbon. I'm just going to fold that over. So I'm going to fold this over here, and then I'm going to transfer the pins all the way through. Take that one out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now add this. Now what I need to do is I need to fold this, and there's a reason for doing this, because this has to go in the inside.
So if you're buying actually the hot water bottle,
Yep.
if you get the lace, the 1/2 metre of lace, you've got enough to make a hot water bottle, you've got enough to make the pouch as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, if a 1/2 metre of the corded lace, if you line them up long ways, you will get 3 covers out of one 1/2 metre, because it's I think it's 146 or 150 wide.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful. I mean, look at that. £6.99. £6.99. Are you going to hand make one for your mum, Paul? £6.99.
So in one of the corners,
Right.
I'm just going to add the ribbon, and I'm just going to add it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that. There's a reason for doing that. And I'm just going to add that onto the corner, like this. And then I'm going to
This is probably the most fiddly bit, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm just going to add that back. I just pop that in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to, now you can see that the reason why I folded that up and put a pin in it is so that when we're sewing all the way around here, there's nothing worse than pulling something through, and even though you didn't really want to connect it over here, then you actually have sewn it into the work there.
I understand, yeah.
It's not always a good look. So I'm going to leave a little opening this side, because it's on a side. Never put an opening on the top because it's more visible. So I'm just going to...
Yeah, you can't even see the opening at all on this. We've got about 5 minutes left, Alistair.
Okay, so we'll just quickly whiz through.
All of the lace, yes. There's lots of different colourways as well on the lace. If you don't need to do the black, we've also got cream, red. Red's nice. We've got the navy as well. My producer's going to run through the graphics, so then you'll see all of the products all underneath us on the web. £6.99 for 1/2 metre. Same as it is with fabric. 2 units for 1 metre, and so on and so forth. It goes up in 1/2 metre increments.
Cool.
There you go, there's the red, 1/2 metre, £6.99. Yeah, red's nice. Red's really nice.
So I'm just sewing all the way down, and I'm trapping our ribbon into this seam. So when we open it out, I'm just going to open it up.
So we're going all the way around, but leaving an opening in the corner.
Yeah, leaving that little opening there. And it should. So I'm just going to come down here a little bit. Now, it's always important with fleece or any bulky fabric, you want to put it on a large stitch. And the reason for that is because the large stitch is going through layers, you want it to... If you put it on the tiniest stitch, it's going to
struggle to get through.
Yeah, and it's going to look. It's just not going to look right. So we're just going to pull. Oh, and it helps with the pin inside. Pull your
ribbon through.
Pull the ribbon through, and that helps you pull the rest of it through. And even though it looks quite delicate, you can actually be quite rough with it. So again, I'm not snipping those corners. I'm keeping them quite. I call them sort of bulbous, sort of plushy, sort of. So they're not completely and utterly. You don't want sharp points.
No, that looks lovely. Gives it more of a curved edge.
So we're just going to pop that through like this.
There's so many different tools now that you can get for bagging out, aren't there? But it's just easy enough with the pencil, just pull it through.
Well, exactly. So the thing is, once you've done that, I would have. So you're just keeping that closed, and then you can see that you've trapped that ribbon inside. And don't worry about, so when you're holding it like that, And then all you need to do is you just need to get another little section of ribbon. Now to tie a bow to get the tails to point down, if you imagine, so if you just look at your belly, if you're wanting the tails to point a certain way, always make sure that you're tying the bow towards your tummy.
Okay.
Because then the tails will lie that way.
Right, that's a good tip.
So I'm just going to put over, so I've crossed that over there, and there's a reason for that. So I'm going to tie one singular knot on, and then you can just pull those sections through.
We've only got about 1 minute left.
Right, so then, because I'm doing 2 bunny ears,
yeah,
and then once I tie them like this, and then I pull those, you can see that our tails are pointing in the right direction. And then you can either do arrowheads. I'm just going to do a boring, well, not boring, but quite. Now, because the ribbon is synthetic, if you get one of your candle lighters or a lighter at home, just hold it like this, hold the lighter away, and then you just go like that, and what it does is it just melts the edge and it seals it. And it won't fray. And you fill it with lavender, and what you can do is when you can really sort of, so it's really nice, and then you can just sort of manipulate it into different shapes. So at Christmas, you could do red versions of it, and then stuff them with cloves, and then have them as door.
And then again, just hand stitch it up like you did.
Yeah, just hand stitch up, and that's a really simple make, and that uses up lots of different bits of pieces that you've got at home.
Excellent, brilliant. Thank you ever so much. Right. I will take the lavender with me and we're going to have a look, but we'll see you in about an hour, won't we?
Of course.
Thank you ever so much.
All right.
Right. So, lavender is incredibly popular on its own. 250 grams of lavender. What easy makes. These are just simple things, as Alistair said. Even if you've got bits and bobs that are left over from your hot water bottle project that you saw before Christmas, then this is perfect. So, one posting packaging all day long, no matter how many times you check out of your basket. You do need to start checking out, though, to guarantee your order. $8.99 for 250 grams of lavender. Now, we have brought you a brand new product today. So have a go, send in all of your pictures for, once you've done them, of course. Should we have another quick look through, though, all of the different bundles that you've got? So we're starting with the red and pink. And this one's with the wheat and lavender, which I love. I love the lavender. It's so beautiful. It smells gorgeous. And yes, it means that you'll be able to manipulate the heat pack a little bit better because the smaller seeds. So you get a kilogram of wheat, 20 grams of lavender, the instructions as well, and not just any fabric, Liberty beautiful pink and red fabric, the cherry stones, the cherry stones that Alistair was demonstrating with. So you've got the sort of larger stones, but it does mean that, yes, you can put them in the wash, 40-degree wash. Of course, heat them in the microwave. Be ever so careful, be cautious when you heat them up. Don't just put it on full whack. Make sure you know, do it steady. You've also got, of course, your Liberty fabric and your instructions, $16.99. If you want more of the blues, we've got the blue and green colourway. Again with the lavender. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, I'm making a mess now. Pour it on me, I'm starting to eat it. The lavender and wheat. And the lovely blues and greens that Alistair was demonstrating with just then, $14.99. This, remember, is Liberty fabric. Liberty, famous Liberty fabric. You get the instructions as well, $14.99, and the care guide. Cherry stones, the final package. You've got the cherry stones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of Liberty fabric for just $16.99. Great gift idea. Or treat yourself if you want. If you're starting out with patchwork and creating, then this is perfect. Just $16.99 with your instructions as well. Now, if you want the filling by itself, you can use this with so many different projects as well. Yes, the wheat first. A kilogram of wheat. Now, this is 750 grams, isn't it, that I've got in my hand. But For a kilogram of wheat, so it'll be even more than this, it's just £8.49. Oh, this is a kilogram, sorry. This is a kilogram. It's the other one that's £7.50. A kilogram of wheat for £8.49. Oh, brilliant. A lot of people multi-buying on this one. Well, you're going to use it with a lot of different projects, aren't you? It's so eco-friendly. It's the great option. Also, the cherry stones on their own. So maybe you've already got some fabric or you wanted to try out something different. Then there you go, £10.99 for a kilogram. So you can have the kilogram, or there's also an option of 500 grams. A kilogram is £10.99. The 500 gram is just £8.49 for the cherry stones. And you do get that lovely woody sort of scent, but I love this option because, yes, you can put it into the washing machine at 40 degrees and you can add your own essential oils. So I don't know why I keep thinking of eucalyptus, but would be nice, or what other lovely scents? Oh, let us know what you choose to go with. We want to hear from you. That's £8.49 with, of course, if you get the bundles, you do get the instructions as well. Now, our magazines have come out today, so I'm going to have a bit of a look through them in more detail in the next hour. So there they are on sale today. We are stocking them as individual issues today. Simply Sewing, Patchwork and Quilting, and of course today's Quilter. Now join us after the break where we are kitting out your workroom with all of your sewing essentials. Don't go anywhere, we'll see you after this.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
Join Sewing Quarter at the Sewing for Pleasure show this March. From Thursday the 15th to Sunday the 18th, the NEC in Birmingham is transformed into fabric heaven, where you can enjoy sewing, quilting, patchwork and dressmaking with the experts. Find the Sewing Quarter team on stand H06. And with the chance to meet our guest designers as well as presenters Natasha and me, John, we'll have live demonstrations for you to enjoy, plus special show prices on exciting product. Snap up your tickets and bring a friend for free with our 2-for-1 ticket code exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Quote the code EV26 at www.sewingshow.co.uk and you can get 2-for-1 prices on adults and seniors for 1, 2 and 3-day tickets.
It's easy to buy the products you see on our shows. To buy any of the items featured on today's programmes, just head over to our website www.sewingquarter.com. Click on the video stream and you'll be taken to our watch page. Here you'll find the product that is on air right now at the top of the page. Beneath that, you'll find all the products demonstrated in this morning's shows. To add an item to your basket, simply log into your account or register with us. Then you can either check out or keep shopping. Remember, our flat rate delivery charge lets you shop all day and check out as many times as you like and only pay once for postage and packing. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Make sure you join us on Friday the 23rd of February when we'll be taking a tour of some of our favourite quilt kits. Along the way, we'll stop to admire the stunning Cathedral Windows quilt kit made with glorious K-facet fabric. For a cute and cuddly quilt, Pam Lintot's teddy bear quilt never fails to warm our hearts. Liberty lovers will adore Alice Caroline's Tree of Life, while Anna Maria Horner's Travelling Blooms kit is a fabric lover's delight. All of these quilt kits come complete with the fabric you need to make the quilt top, making them perfect for yourself or to give as a quality gift. So tune in for these tempting treats and more, Friday the 23rd of February at 11 AM only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78, Sky Channel 678.
morning, good morning. So today is the launch of the brand new issue of Simply Sewing, Patchwork and Quilting today. So we're giving you, today's Quilter, sorry. So you are actually getting the chance of purchasing each issue today on air. Whether you already have the subscription or whether you want to, give it a try. Today's the perfect time. Dive in. Now, Simply Sewing is probably the one to start with. If you are a beginner into sewing, if you want to have all of the hints and tips, then this is probably the one to go for. This is the one that John Scott said to me. Definitely read this one first. And this is the #1 sewing magazine in the UK, and it's got all of the hints and tips. It's got so many different projects to make. So if you are, of course, it's nearly springtime now. I'm going to be starting on my garden soon. Well, I say garden. Deck. I've just got a bit of a terrace, just a slight wooden deck. So I'm going to definitely be looking at doing things like this. Guest designers include some familiar faces as well. Jo Carter, Jenny Smith, Jennifer Taylor, Victoria Peat, Becky Reed, Jess Entwistle. I mean, these are all faces that we know here at Sewing Quarter. And it's thanks to, of course, there you go, there we are. It's thanks to these magazines that we're here. We're here. So, in fact, there you go, out today, and £10 off Sewing Quarter with this. So you've got the offers, you've got lots of different patterns and projects to be getting on with. This one, there's a lot of sort of dressmaking, actually. We love a freebie. I love a freebie. In fact, I was at the petrol station yesterday, and they were giving out free newspapers, like, yeah, I'll have some. I'll have 2 or 3. And I got home, and they're like, why have you got loads of newspapers? I don't know, because they're free. But we love a freebie. So these patterns, when I sold patterns here before, you can pay £8 anyway for just a pattern. So you actually get 3 freebie patterns of a hoodie, a dress, and a drape top. So there you go, all $7.99. With, again, all of your instructions, and they're lovely comprehensive patterns of how to do something quite simple, relatively simple. So if you are new to dressmaking or new to sewing or an intermediate, then here you go. I was at my class yesterday, and there was a few ladies who were saying to me, I mean, they used to, and their parents used to sew and have their sewing machines, and they're just getting them back out of the cupboard after 20 years. So maybe that's the same case with you. Then this is going to be somewhere where it can just refresh your mind of all of the terminology and all of the tricks and hints and tips. But it's a great way to get started. It's a great read, and it's ever so comprehensive. Once again, it talks you through step by step. I mean, have a look. This is one of Jo Carter's makes, actually, isn't it? This is one of Jo Carter's. I wonder if we're going to be doing this over Easter. So you've got all the different toys, and where's Jo Carter? There she is. Jo Carter, so hopefully we get to do that chick. But again, all of the patterns and all of the instructions are in here. So it's another one to just add it to your order. You're only paying £1 shipping today. So if you've bought in Alistair's show already, then you're only paying £2.95 for your postage and packaging. So you can add that as well. So within the magazine, remember, you get those patterns as well. It's there on the screen for just £7.99. Okay, love Patchwork and Quilting. Once again, features Jo Carter and Lucy Brennan, who we love, and more freebies. This is the market-leading modern quilt brand. So it's another one that is very, very popular. 18 exclusive designs, brand new issue out today. Again, talks to you about the tools, talking to you about quilting, more patterns, more instructions, more hints and tips, more expert advice. There you go, more offers. Each month, you do get at least 20 projects. Oh, that's gorgeous. I know how long you quilters out there, you spend, and the time and the hours that goes into putting these together. So if you are putting one to rest for a week or two, then you're thinking, right, I want to start another one. I was talking to my teacher yesterday, and she was saying, you'll never meet a quilter that just does one quilt. They'll always have quite a few that they've put away and they've put to rest, and then they're starting another one. In fact, she'd finished one and it was gorgeous. It was silk with all hand quilted. It was beautiful. But I said, oh, how long did this take you? 4.5 years it taken, 4.5 years, and cost her over £1,000, but she was so precious over it. I said, what are you going to do with it now? Are you going to sell it? Oh, no, 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 get very precious over a quilt. In fact, later on we have got some of these clips, but you get them for free in the magazine, £5.99 for the whole magazine, and you actually get the binding clips as well. So if you are at the point of binding on your projects and your quilts, this will just make it a lot easier for you. So, and what beautiful colours as well. Rainbow binding clips. Bursting with inspiration. So if you are thinking, oh, I don't know, I don't really know what to do, what shall I do? You can just have a bit of a flick through and get some inspiration on your quilting. So here's everything that you're going to get. Oh, I love this, tickled pink. How lovely would this be? Again, Mother's Day sort of theme, the pinks. Or for Valentine's next year. So in my class, they were doing all their Christmas quilts. I said, oh, we'll be ready for this Christmas then. And they were like, no, maybe next one or in 5 years. Just doing it at your own pace. So there you go. There's lots of beautiful ones. It tells you all about the different events that are going on as well, the different craft shows and suppliers. You've got lots of information in there. So yeah, there you go. That's just £5.99. Now, if you are more advanced, today's quilter is targeted towards the more experienced quilter. So this is the one that you would go for. So again, similar sort of thing. It will talk to you about different machines. It will talk to you about different suppliers, more sort of hints and tips, the fabrics, the patterns. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? But once again, yeah, you've got all of, yeah, this will be me in a couple of weeks. This will be me. There we are again. So this was a magazine that was actually launched just a couple of years ago in 2015. Has already become very, very popular in the UK market. It's a fresh take on the UK's quilting. So it's becoming very, 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 very popular, isn't it? Obviously, the US market, the quilting world is huge. It's huge. Where I live, there's quite a lot of tourists that come along, and it's in Warwick and Stratford-upon-Avon, and they get so many American tourists that come into her quilting shop. They absolutely love it. So it is a new take on it. It's coming back, isn't it? Everybody's experimenting with their quilting and patchwork. Also, though, free gift, you also get this quilting tool, this corner 45-degree corner tool. So there you go. And this is all the different shapes that you can make with the ruler. So that's great, isn't it? £5.99. So those are our magazines that are out today. They are out today. But if you are expanding your workroom, and you do really need a workroom, don't you? At the moment, I'm starting out and all this, and it gets addictive. I know you need all these accessories, and yes, there are some that are essential, that you just need. But there are some that, oh, I like this gadget, and I like this, and I like this, and all of a sudden, your house can be just piled high. So we've got lots of different storage options, lots of core gadgets, but also your essentials that you're going to need for your workroom. So, Paul, where should we start? If you've got any requests, by the way, please let us know. If you see something or you want something explaining more, then speak to our customer service team or email in or let Paul know, and we can explain it for you on air. We've got premiere. I mean, these are brand new to today's show. These are brand new to today's show, and they are absolutely gorgeous for this time of year. So, of course, our scheduling team and our buying team are brilliant because they've got them in perfect for this time of year. So you can actually get them as a full bundle. We've put together all of these ribbons in a bundle for just £25.49. So if you're at the end of any project, whether it be a dressmaking or toys or, well, anything, quilting, your patchwork, you're always going to need ribbon, aren't you? This is something you'll have in the drawer and you'll come to, especially, I mean, these colours. Beautiful for Mother's Day. If you're just doing the final embellishments on any bags, or if you've got a little girl's dress that you want to, if you want a little girl's dress that you can just put around the sleeves or around the collar or on blankets, this is going to be beautiful and probably the most girly. Now, this one, yes, is quite rainbowy for, you would think, oh yeah, there's some boys' colours, but this one, if you are doing for little boys or older boys, then here's your blue range. You've got the rainbow of colour. So from the pinks to the reds, the peach, the yellow, green, blue, right through to the black and white. Your essentials, you've got that whole rainbow. Yeah, Alistair was saying, I mean, you can use this you will use this a lot. You will keep using these for all of your different projects, whether you're using them for your patchwork and quilting, whether you're using them for your bags, embellishments, or dressmaking, or even if you do card making, different crafts, then these are always going to come in handy. Or, like with Alistair's hot water bottle, he was saying, yes, you can use different ribbons. This is more, so these are the bright rainbow, but these are a different sort of tone. Once again, with your teals and your navies, your greens, yellows, pinks and reds, just $25.49. And as I say, that's for all 4 brand new packs. So these are brand new to the show today. Brand new ribbons in for $25.49. Now we are also stocking them separately. I was trying to get them so you haven't got the light shining on them. Yeah, in fact, if you do have anything that you would like to ask about any of the pieces that we've got today, anything, or we've got any questions for Alistair, or any pictures, please send in your pictures. I sent in my picture, my very first make yesterday, studio at Sewing Quarter. So yesterday I've enrolled on my sewing course, and I must say I absolutely love it. I spent the whole day there at Anita's shop at the Quilter's Den in Warwick, and had such a lovely time. In fact, Carolyn, if you're watching, Carolyn popped into the shop and said she heard me talking about it the other day. So she came in and she had a lovely patchwork bag that was her first make, and it was amazing. So it's really given me the encouragement. A lot of people have been messaging me on Facebook, and I did post on the Sewing Quarter fans last night. Here it is. There I am. Sorry about my face and not very nice hair, but I was there hard at work. Oh, I had so much fun. I loved it. It was brilliant. And there it is in my mum's house. It's still very homemade, but to be honest, I thought, I don't want it to be perfect, because I want to look back in 6 months and say, look at that, my first one, where I started. But my teacher was very strict, actually, because I didn't quite get the placing right. She said, no, you've got to unpick that and do it again. So that's the last time that I will go, oh, it'll be all right, now on the sewing machine. So, individually, I love this one for Mother's Day. I love this one for Mother's Day, and I love this one because it's girly, girly pink. Girly, girly pink. Not girly pink, girly, girly pink. So you've got 12, all at a metre each. They're all 1 metre in length, £6.49. But yes, thank you so much for your words of encouragement. Yes, thank you. They're saying, you can do it, you can do it. It's an addiction, isn't it? It is addiction. They said, oh, now stand up. Somebody said to me, now stand up and say, I am Vicky and I'm a quiltaholic. I will be. There's only so many beds that I've got. I've only got 2 beds though, so I've got to find all the wall space to hang up all my quilts that I will be doing over the next few years. 12 1 metre in the blue. Brand new to the show today. The rainbow. The rainbow's lovely. Yeah. Spring, summer, Easter, Mother's Day, any guys that you want to, of course, if you've got any makes for the gents in your life, just £6.49, 12 1 metre. Pieces of ribbon. These are brand new today. 1 postage and packaging as well. So if you are buying individually, don't worry, it doesn't matter how many times you check out of your basket. If you bought the magazine, you are only paying 1 postage and packaging. That's just £6.49. So ribbons done. Next one, Paul. What are we going for? We love this. It's Liberty. It's Liberty fabric. And look at him. He's so cute. Oh, I can open him. I can open the box. There we go. With a little bell on the end as well. Look at the detail. So, pin cushions, I think, can be quite boring, and oh, they're a pin cushion. But when you've got a pin cushion like this, it's beautiful. So yeah, you just put all your pins in. Ah! There you go. What a lovely gift for somebody that you know's into to sewing. Another lovely Mother's Day gift, £12.50. And he's just so cute. He's so cute. Look at his little ears. And it's Liberty. It's Liberty fabric, so it looks so classy and elegant. It's beautiful, and everybody recognises, of course, that Liberty fabric. Pincushion, just £12.50. We are very limited, I'm being told. This one's very limited. And it's not very often that we see the animal pincushions. It's not very often at all, so make the most of that. I always think when you're, of course, at your workroom, it's lovely to have accessories that look nice. My sewing machine, my mum's given me her sewing machine, and it's so ugly. Oh, it's from the 70s or I don't know, early 80s, and it's so heavy. So I do just leave it out because I'm thinking I'm not going to put it away. But oh, I've got my Aunt Alistair's sewing machines because they look nice. But you know, accessories like this are just going to look lovely in your workroom. Let's do. Where's the light? Speaking of looks gorgeous, you've got your LED light. Now, light on, woo! So you've got the LED light, which means it's not going to get hot. And also, it gives you a natural light. It gives you the natural light. Now, what's great about this is that you can, of course, move it about, reposition it wherever you like. It's got trays for all of your odds and ends, all of the buttons and pins and just little bits that that tend to go astray on the table. You can keep them all nice and organised. That's a word I've got to keep repeating. I will be organised. I'm going to get all of my storage and my organisation. But yes, because of the LED, you don't need to worry about you don't need to worry about bulbs, or you know, you've got that natural daylight, and it's not going to get hot, and it's in funky pink and black. It looks cool, doesn't it? So this one is available, just £19.99. Another one that is very, very limited. Another one that is very, very limited. So if you are looking for a gift for somebody, or you just want to spice up your workroom, it's going to look lovely, £19.99. And it is just an added bonus that you've also got the storage. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Great storage. Okay. Yeah, that's so convenient where it is, the on-off switch. I know the ones that are on the lead tend to get in the way. I've got my bedside lamps. I have to, every time I want to put my lamp on and off, I have to physically pull out my bedside table. And you forget where it is if you've got other people using it. That's so convenient to have your on and off switch there. But it is just great that it's very, very... what's this called? Flexible. Very, very flexible. So that is just £19.99. Next one. Oh, in fact, we've got all of the benefits, and your instructions will come with the box. One postage and packaging all day long. Just £2.95. Now, can we do the necklace? Later on, we've got an hour with Alistair where we're doing bookmarks with they're called rat tails, aren't they? The rat tails, which are really difficult to source in certain colours that Alistair's bought for us. So that's a really good hour to stay tuned for. But, I mean, I love this, but I would change the necklace. I would change it for one of the lovely colourful rat tails that Alistair's bringing. So this is just a cool gadget. I know that you can get scissor necklaces where you trim your thread that are around your neck, but I would be quite scared with them, if I'm honest. If I'm sitting down and I'd think, oh, it's going to poke into my chest. So this is very, very safe way, but you have got that blade within that you can cut any threads. It's in a lovely bright mint green as well, blue, isn't it? It's more like our sort of colour, isn't it? It's like that Tiffany blue, £4.99. So not only is it practical, you can wear it around your neck or hang it onto your sewing machine or something, but you can just easily get those end threads. It is a rotary cutter blade on there, so it's practical as well for £4.99. Another lovely little gift. I know that we've shown this on air, and this can actually cut through wool, it can cut through cotton, of course, it can cut through all of your threads, it will cut through, I'll say anything, it will just cut through all of your fabrics. £4.99, £4.99. It's a great gift. So when they demonstrated this, they were demonstrating it that they cut through wool and thread. Yeah. Okay, that's it, it's simple. Right. Please, can we do this? The rotator. Now, I saw this and said, what does it mean, rotating? But I don't understand. Is it because it's got a circle? It's literally rotating. Oh, do you love those? You know when you've got, when you go to a restaurant and they have, is it called a Lazy Susan that goes round? Yeah. It's brilliant, isn't it? Because when you're on your work, in your workroom, quite often you do have a quite big work table, don't you? And my back was really hurting yesterday because I was constantly going up and going around the table to cut or at funny angles. Obviously, you don't want to go back with a rotary cutter. So if you're going across, you need to be going forward, really. So this is ideal that you can move your projects round and round and cut very easily without moving. It's got all of the different angles. It's got all of your different measurements as well for just $32.99. So it's 12 by 12 inches. That's 34.4 centimetres by 34.4 centimetres. So it rotates so you don't have to. You can stay in one place and get on with your patchwork and quilting and cutting your fabrics. Now, don't use this as a pressing mat. Don't get the heat, or if you're doing card embellishments, be careful with, don't use glue or heat on these. Use a separate pressing mat. It's non-slip though as well, so once you're going round, it will stay where it is, so you can still use this as your cutting board. $32.99. In fact, do you know who I had talking about this? Lucy Brennan. She loves this. This is one of her top tips. So that's $32.99. We have got it back in stock. Paul's saying this is always one that we get in. It sells out as soon as it comes to air, so we have to wait a while to try and get it in. So I really recommend that you get this while it is here, just $32.99. Hello, Tina. Good morning. I've got the lamp. The birthday week, and it's great. My grandson thinks it looks like licorice also. It does. It does look like a licorice also, doesn't it? Thank you. Is that Tina? Tina. Good shout. I can't think what else it reminds me of. I just think it's so groovy, isn't it? It just brightens up your workroom. It looks so funky. Great colours. There it is, just $19.99. Oh, thank you for your message. Send all your messages in and all of your pictures. I want to hear from you. What do you think I need to invest for my workroom? Now, we're gutted we haven't got the ironing board in stock at the moment, have we? But we have got the mini iron. This is my kind of iron. I don't do too much ironing. I'm learning to, I know you can probably tell, but from being here, I'm learning how to do my ironing. But this is great for traveling. This would be a great travel iron. It is actually fine for your clothes. I know John Scott was saying it's great for your shirts because you can get, you know, into your sleeve, into the sort of tight creases or your collars. But what is fantastic about this is that it's not going to take up space. It's perfect for your workroom, and it is a mini iron. It is what it is. So you've got your steam options. You've got your dial of min and max. You can turn your steam on and off. It's got the light to show when it's ready. Just like your normal iron, but perfect for traveling. And do you know what I like? Look at the length of the cable. It's a really long cable as well, which is fab. So, and it's got grips. I noticed this when I was trying to use this earlier. It's got lovely grips, so if you've got dexterity problems, it's really good to just hold on to, and nice grips, and very easy to hold on to. Just $39.99. Did you say it comes in a lovely bag? Oh, it comes in a really nice bag as well. It comes in a nice little travel bag. So this is going to be perfect for those of you that love to take your projects on the move or going to any workshops. There was a queue of us waiting for the iron yesterday. So if you want to take your own little iron, that's perfect, isn't it? So that is available just $39.99. I want another premiere. I feel very lucky I haven't been here very long at all. This is only my 4th show. I feel very lucky that I've got all of these premieres. So the glass-headed pins are back in stock. In fact, these are new, are they? There you go. Oh, I love these colours as well. So the colours are brand new to today's show. Be careful with your plastic-headed pins because they can melt on your iron. That's why you would go with the glass head pins. 30 of them. 30. It looks more. I was just thinking that. There is more. There's got to be more than 30 in there. What does it say on here? Right, when you get them home, count them and let me know. I'm not going to sit and count them now because that would be great TV. £2.49, made with premium glass. Assorted colours for just £2.49. This is definitely one of those that if you've already opened your order, just add it to the basket. Pins, especially if you've bought, maybe if you've already bought the mouse for somebody as a gift, with the Liberty fabric, with the Liberty print, this would be a nice, you know, sort of extra for a couple of pounds, for £2.50, £2.49, you can add that as well. And it does just save worrying about melting the plastic onto your projects. £2.49, okay. Skeins. What I love about these is that you've got that variegated colour. So you've got that rainbow of colour. It will go from light pink into medium pink, seamlessly into a hot pink, which is lovely. So you're getting 6 in a bundle. Purple, orange, yellow, blue, green and pink for £11.49. Slightly thicker than your normal sort of cotton thread. So this would be really nice for embellishments. You know, like when Alistair was doing just that final hand stitch through his heat pack, it'd be nice to add one of these, wouldn't it? It would be nice because it is detailing your project. If you want to be able to see it, cotton, yes, is great for, you know, the insides of your products where you don't want to see the seam, but these are lovely, especially because you have got that rainbow of colour through all of these, the pinks, the greens, blues. This is lovely as well for spring and Easter. You're going to incorporate these into so many different of your Easter projects for just £11.49. If you've got any embellishing to do, or, you know, embroidering somebody's name onto a quilt or well, anything, a cushion or anything, this is going to be lovely. So they are just £11.49. Let's go for the iron cleaner. We've done the iron, so the iron cleaner. Now, I was actually, Reese, I was looking into this because obviously this is all new to me. I'm thinking iron cleaner, I could do with an iron cleaner. Mine's got all lots of starch and looks quite burnt on the base. So I was looking at some forums of this one. There was a lady on there who had her iron, which she said she used for 15 years. I mean, it was black. It was just not very nice to look at. She used this and it was like brand new again. It was fantastic. So what you do is you just heat up your iron just to a warm setting, not too hot. And just like a Pritt stick, you just apply it to the iron and then wipe it off with, does it say a damp or a dry cloth? You'll have to let me know at home what I do. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a go with this. Just £3, £2.99 for your iron cleaner stick. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It will clean your iron, any starch, any burnt patches, it will remove. Or if you've got any glue, you know, if there's anything, any residue that's just on your iron, you don't want to be putting that onto your nice Liberty print, do you? Just £2.99. So what you do, you gently rub it onto the iron whilst it's warm, not too hot, just on the warm setting. Oh, with a dry cloth. Okay, so then you wipe the iron with a clean, dry cloth. Let us know how you get on. Just £2.99. But this is going to last you so long. This isn't something that you're going to need every month, is it? We use this here at the Sewing Quarter, and it's a big stick. It's not something that you're gonna need more and more of. Yeah, light, repeat if necessary. So yeah, you can do it a couple of times. Just be careful you don't do it too hot. Okay. Look at the size of these. So, I am one for organisation. I organise my wardrobes, my sock drawer, even my partner's pants drawer in order of colour. Yes, I know. I'm sad, I am sad. Because I haven't got very big drawers, so I do them very organised, that they're nicely folded. But I am one for organisation, and I think it gives you a clear mind if everything's in colour order. And you can see it straight away. You want white, you know where to go. You go from light to dark. But it's just great to have them. Now, initially, if I'm honest, completely honest, I'd be thinking this is going to take up quite a bit of room. I've noticed it's from the Sewing Quilter fan page. I love it. It's brilliant, isn't it, that you can share all your hints and tips. But what's great about these is that you've actually got a chance to hang these on the wall. And I know so many of you have. So here you can see where you just attach your screws. I'm not one for DIY. I'm lucky that I am with somebody that's very good at DIY, and he looks at me with, he says, pass me a hammer, and I pick up a spanner. There you go. So it does the same thing. They're heavy things that you can do. But anyway, so you can hang these on the wall. How many spools can you pick on this? 120. 120. 1, 2. I'm just checking. No, 120. So if you've got a box where you keep all of your threads and you keep all your spools, you can't see what colours you've got. This you can show off. This, you can also know exactly what you've got, what you need topping up of. It must be so frustrating, you know, you're midway through a project and you say, I've run out of my green thread, I've run out of that. If you've got them all displayed, you know what you need to stock up on. So that's just $29.99, another lovely gift, another lovely gift. Because it's not your essential, it's something that you wouldn't necessarily buy yourself. So this is a lovely gift for somebody as well that you know is really into their craft. It is made from solid beech wood for just $29.99 and very, very sturdy. That if you did want to, Diana, you've just asked that question. Can you fit it to the wall? Now, I thought exactly the same thing, thinking, right, it does take up quite a bit of room, but there you go. You've got the room for the hooks to be able to hang this on the wall. And it is lovely. I mean, look. Looks really nice, doesn't it? I think you should put it there. Oh, no, it's not very straight, is it? There we go. So, if you don't want 120, we have got 60. So, once again, you can hang it on the wall, or you can have it on your, if you've got a nice big table like this, then, if you have a dedicated workroom, then there you go, 60 spools. Send in pictures of your workroom if you have got yours hanging on the wall. I want to see. Have you got it in rainbow order? Have you coordinated? Have you spent the afternoon coordinating, putting all of your colours together? That's just $19.99 as well, and it will hold 60 spools of thread. Once again, beech wood, beautifully made, with the option to put your screws in the back for the wall hanging, with one postage and packaging. There you are. So, I'm going to go for the magnetic pin. So, this is one of my favourites. In fact, Paul's bought his mum this. Our producer Paul has bought this for his mum. It's great because, right, looks very boring, to be honest, doesn't it? It just looks like, well, it doesn't even look like a pincushion. It's just a dish. It looks like a soap dish. But what's great about this is the amount of times that you're having to pick, or if you drop them on the floor and you're looking for a pin, you're looking for a needle and you're thinking someone's going to stand on that, you've got animals in the house, somebody's going to find that, and you can't see it in your rug or you can't see it in the carpet, then let me show you. This picks them up straight away. Like magic, voila, just like that. So, see, it's not going to let them go now. Just like this. All your pins scattered around everywhere, easily tidy up in one sweep. Just £4.49, another great gadget. I mean, a great investment. I'm going to get this for the shop that I'm learning at the moment. I'm going to get one of these because there's pins everywhere and it's annoying. You know, when you're quilting, I am doing patchwork at the minute, and I'm going along, take my pin out, put it to the side, take my pin out, put it to the side, and before I know it, I'm creating such a mess around me. I'm like, sorry, they're my pins, and having to pick them up. And I can never pick them up. I don't know why. It's because I haven't got very long nails, but I can't pick them up very well. So this is perfect for, you know, maybe you do have dexterity problems or you just want to be able to be quick and easy. You're tidying away, at the end of the class, you've got all of your pins all over the place. You've dropped them on the floor and you can just go, right, where are they all? Go across the floor. Just £4.49. Or if it's next to you, you're going along, you're with your sewing machine, and you don't want to take your eye off the sewing machine, so you're going along, and then you can just, here we go, it's gonna, you know it's gonna land on the cushion. That's just £4.49. Add it to your basket. If you have not already got this, this is another very, 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 very popular project of the Sewing Quarter. Welcome, hello all new viewers. I'm new as well, and I'm loving learning, honestly. It will become very addictive. We supply so many of the different gadgets, and it's up to you. Yes, you're going to need your basics. Yes, you're going to need your cutting mat, your rotary cutter. You're going to need pins, you're going to need thread. But these are all just, there's some really cool extras that I'd say, actually, once you've got it for £4.49, you wouldn't go without it. There's so many of the, you know, boring little pin cushions, but this, one last time, it's so practical. It's so practical. It's going to save so much time, so much mess. And the fear of, right, where have I left my pins? I've dropped all these pins on the floor and somebody's going to stand on one. So there you go. I haven't got my keys with me. Talking of magnets, check this out. I am going to get one of these for, yes, in the craft world, amazing. But you know what? I'm having one of these around my house. What have I got that it can, we need keys because, yes, come in, whilst I just talk about this, Paul is going to bring his keys down to us to show us, because without a demonstration, again, this doesn't look much, but this is brilliant. This is brilliant. So this is your magnetic pen. It extends. Here he is, producer Paul. Thank you very, very much. Oh, I won't be stealing that car, don't worry. I'm saying don't nick my keys. So, especially with a big work table like this, Alistair was saying he's got such a big work table, and you know the litter picker-uppers. He uses one of those because he says, I keep going round and round the table, but this is perfect. So look. Oh, you missed it. There you are. Or do it again. So this can actually pick up a kilogram. A kilogram. You've got a really nice extender on it. It will of course, we even got our trolley. Look at our trolley. This is, I don't know whether you can see it. If I drag it into the middle. Oh, this could go terribly wrong. We haven't practiced this. Can you see it? There it is. Da, 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 da. There you go. So, if you've got mobility problems, or weather like me, oh, that's just a bit of an effort. This is brilliant. Ta-da! Oh, dropped them. Don't swing them around everywhere, but there you go. You've got them easily. So that picks up a kilogram, did you say? Kilogram, and it's just £4.95. We had so much fun with this on Monday. It was the, but there was a lot of jokes with Paul, actually, of him pulling all of these different things around, but I'll put your keys there, Paul. So, yes, whether you're after a gift for somebody, and also, I love this, you've got the clip on it, so you can even keep it on your pocket, keep it on your bag, put that onto your bag, but it's great for the workroom for nuts, bolts, pins again, or anything metal. Anything that can be picked up with a magnet, but that's ever so strong. It is ever so strong. And just handy to be able to pack that down like the size of a pen, put it onto your bag or put it onto your pocket for £4.95. Now, I'm not going to do a full demonstration because Lucy did it so well on Monday that you can watch it back. On Monday, what time was it that Lucy was here? Well, have a look so that you can literally skip through on YouTube and watch her show. But what I love about these, 11:30 we show these, so hang on, you don't get the pliers here, do you? 11:30 on Monday, go onto YouTube and you'll be able to see Lucy doing a demonstration with the pliers, because you will need the pliers for these snaps. You get 300 snaps plus the storage box. Now, what you have is a female and a male part. And what you would do is you would put them together on one side of your fabric. So we use them for the press studs for the lever arch folder, the Tula Pink lever arch folder. So what you do is you put those on there, and then you get your pliers and you clip them in, and what it does, it'll actually what's the word? It will secure them, but it will also bend this so it's flat. So it's flat to your fabric. And then you put the other two on the other side that pinches in, of course. But you've got so many bright colours. I mean, we spent probably a bit too much time on television going, what colour should we put on the pencil case? What colour should we go with pink and try them out? And they're like, this is great TV. Can you just pick a colour and put it on? But I was saying, oh, you've got lovely pinks. You've got so much. And 300 snaps. They are very secure. Lucy Brennan, I can give you her word. She swears by these snaps. She loves them. And the pliers are very easy to use. I'll show you those in a second. So that's $34.95. These are going to last you forever, aren't they? They're going to last you forever. And, right, I know you love Lucy Brennan. I have only known Lucy since Christmas. So, but I know we all trust Lucy. She knows her stuff, and she's all about making it as simple as possible and as easy as possible. And she absolutely loves these. So she decided to bring these to air. It was her who wanted to bring these for her project on Monday. So that's why we wanted to bring them back for our essential show today, our tools show today. $34.95. So you will need the pliers if you're buying these and you haven't got the pliers. But there is a nice compartment for your pliers, so you're never going to be without them. Pliers, once again, I'll show you with this. I won't do it properly because I don't want to. I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to press one. But what you would do is you would put that in there, the other side in the top, and then it presses down. So that then crushes, and it makes one of your press studs for the top. So there you go. There are your pliers for £12.50. What I love about these is, yes, you have to give them quite a good grip to use them, but they are very, very secure. You've got a lovely, lovely grip on the handle, and you just press them down, and that will make your press stud. £12.50 for your pliers. So as I say, you do need to get the fastening pliers, the fastener pliers, to go hand in hand with the snaps. I love those snaps, and I love all the different colours that you get as well. It went really well. It's a lovely box for storage. All about the storage and organisation. There you go, and that straps in. So once again, take that away with you to your workshop. So if you're travelling about, or it just slots nice and easily down the side of a cupboard or a set of drawers. I've got a nice set of drawers that I literally do just stack all cases like this. Instead of having it in a box or a drawer and fumbling through looking for the pink one, it's nice to just have them all organised. Talking of storage, 3 stacker boxes. Now we're going to do them individually, but they sit lovely together. And once again, this is for your fabrics, for your spools, for your pins. Keep everything all nice and organised in there for $22.99. You've got the different sections, you see. So you have got the divider options. What I actually love about this is that you can see in it. It's absolutely transparent. So you can see exactly what you've got, exactly where you need to go. It's got red straps as well, so if you wanted to see the elasticated straps, so if you wanted to also keep anything alongside there, you can, but it's just really nice, isn't it? We all love our storage. It's simplified. This is the larger one of the 3 for $22.99. The mid-size. So then this is, again, you can put all of your cotton reels. I'd love to see more sort of... So you've got your different segments. If you have a look here, you can see how they've got their cotton reels all lined up nicely. Oh, this is what my drawers look like, all like this, all folded up nicely. This is what my pants look like. I didn't nearly say that. Well, I did say it, didn't I? You've got all of your different compartments for the ribbon, for the fabric, for your cotton and pins and your haberdashery. Okay, so the small options. What's great as well, they all stack up lovely, don't they? Hi Vicky, it's lovely to see you on the Sewing Quarter. Love the Liberty Mouse pincushion, but not sure whether it would survive with my cat. Oh, I think they'd be friends. I think they'd be friends. Who said this? This is Amanda in Dorset. Hello Amanda, lovely to hear from you. Thank you for your message. Oh, hello Deborah. Love my my magnetic pincushion. Keep it by machine. As I'm sewing, I sort of throw my pins at the pincushion and it catches them. Exactly. Because this is what I was doing. I kept taking my eye off my sewing machine and I was veering off because I was looking where I was putting my pins, that I was putting them somewhere. So yeah, you're right. This one, you can just throw them and it will catch them. Thank you very much. Keep your messages coming in. I love to have that interaction with you. I don't like to think that I'm just sitting here talking to the voices in my head that are my producer and director. $6.99. So there you go, you can keep your iron cleaner and your pin cushion, tape measure. Just a stash box. We've all got one of those, haven't we? We love a stash box. You can keep that in your drawer even, that you're just like, right, I'm just going to shove everything in there and tidy away really quickly. When anybody comes home from work and you're like, no, I'm being tidy, just shove everything in the box. It's fine, it's disguised. It's $6.99. So bargain, there you go. And they stack all lovely together, don't they? Is it lovely? Yesterday, it's quite funny, on Monday, Paul was giving me a lesson. Because obviously you have to know how to use a rotary cutter. So he was giving me a bit of a lesson on how to use them. And he was showing me going through the fabric, and it wasn't quite going through the fabric, and he says it's because you need, the blade was a bit blunt. So if you're using yours a lot, then you will need the replacement, but I'll show you that in a second. Your rotary cutter. The first thing that you will need is your mat, and you will need a ruler and a rotary cutter. Now, these are great because you can use them whether you are left or right-handed. I'm a bit ambidextrous. Yesterday, I was a bit too scared at my class to say, oh, by the way, I'm left-handed, so I've learned how to do it right-handed. So I have actually learned, so I'm quite ambidextrous. But if you just put your index finger on the top where these ridges are, so they will stay there, and it will give you that weight on the rotary cutter. You've also got the safety catch, so it will mean that it's active or not, locked, which is a great, great feature because some, they can just always be live. So you know that once you push that in, that is then live. Once you've pushed that red button in, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to work. If you unlock it, squeeze it, let go, it's completely safe now. It is completely safe. If you drop it, it's completely safe when you're not holding onto that rotary cutter. So yeah, the important thing to remember is to always go forward. Always push forward, keep your finger on the top so it gives you that stability and you're in control of the rotary cutter. You've got the ergonomic handle as well with a great grip, so you're not going to slip and slide. But it is fantastic. I mean, this will go through 6 layers. Yesterday I was cutting each fabric piece by piece because I was so conscious of my precision, but once you're a pro and you're going at it, you can just do 6 layers all in one go. And when you're then like Alistair and you're doing a big production line and you've got to get 100 done, then you can get the big industrial ones. But this will go through 6 layers. It's great, isn't it? This is the one that I'll be 100% getting. This is definitely the one that you need to get. It's $24.99. It's a great starter one. And so does this come with the blade, or do we need to buy the blade? Comes with the blade as well. So your introductory one, 45mm blade, it comes with the blade for just $24.99. If you're after a replacement blade, if you're going through your fabrics and you're thinking, right, in one sweep, it's not quite cutting through, then here it is. This is what you need. So this is the same size that will go in this one, 45mm. No, yeah, 45mm, sorry, for £3.50. £3.50 for your blade. This would be great actually just to stock up, have one ready. If you've bought anything today, if you add this to your order, then you are stocked up and you're ready. You don't want to be halfway through a project and getting frustrated at the fact that you need a new blade. Warning, it comes with a warning, obviously. They are very, very sharp, and please do follow the instructions of how to use your rotary cutter. Everybody has been extremely cautious with me. I am quite, not careless, that's the wrong word, but I'm just like, oh yeah, they're like, that is free-spirited. They're saying, that is a very, very sharp blade. My partner, he does carpet and flooring, and they said it's the same sort of knife that they would use, so please, 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 please go with caution. But you will need one. You will need one for cutting your fabrics. If you joined us at the start of the hour, now you saw our premiere ribbons. You can buy them all together. You can actually buy them as a whole bundle. We've put them together as a bundle for just $25.49. You're getting the pinks, which are perfect for Mother's Day. These are lovely. You're getting this spot. You're getting the swirl, the hearts. Lovely for all of your embellishments on projects, whether you're doing a lovely little girl's dress. You're getting 48 meters in total. I saw the dress that you loved the other day, the one with the Bambi print on it. It was lovely, wasn't it, Chris? This is Chris, our floor manager. He's saying, I want a pretty pink dress. The lovely embellishment. The blues. It's quite difficult. If you're making anything for specifically a male, and you're thinking, right, okay, well, this one, yeah, it's got blues in, but this one specifically, yeah, it's very masculine. Lovely for little boys or big boys. Rainbow. Colours of the rainbow, sing a rainbow. Trying to get noticed. So you've got the pinks, the reds, peach, yellow, green, blue, black, white. And also teals, reds, oranges. That's lovely, isn't it? Hello, Eileen. It would be good to sell vouchers for Mother's Day. We did it before Christmas, didn't we? We did do it for Christmas. In fact, check our website. Eileen, if you type in voucher into our search engine, then you can get a 10, 20 or £50 voucher. Now, they will send them through the post, won't they? You'll get a voucher through the post. You might have an option that you can print them online. I think there might be an option that you can print them online, but have a look onto the website and then you can get gift voucher. Perfect for Mother's Day. If you're not sure what it is that your mom or anybody other buying, if you're not sure what they'd want, why not a voucher? Perfect, £20. Speak to the customer service team on the normal number though, 0800 112 4433, and they'll be able to help you through and talk you through. They are fantastic. They are fantastic. So, we don't have time to go through all of that. Today, though, is of course all about the brand new issues of our magazines. I know so many of you that are subscribers already, and it's thanks to these magazines that we are here, that us, the Sewing Quilter, are here. So this is our sister sort of magazines. And the first time I ever entered the building, I left with Simply Sewing. This is the one that John and the channel managers here and everybody, Natasha, recommended to me to start with. So if you're a beginner or intermediate into sewing, this is the one that I would definitely have a go at. For the sake of £8, $7.99, you also get 3 fantastic patterns. Look at this, for your gardening. There's so many lovely projects. There's great tips. There's literally your comprehensive instructions on how to make things. Lots of suppliers, lots of events that's on. There you go, £10 off on the Sewing Quilter as well. Lots of articles from designers and experts, including some familiar faces that you know from here. Lucy and Joe, you'll see in these magazines. But yes, there's so much. In fact, this is one of Joe Carter's. There you are. $7.99 for your Simply Sewing. So with that, as I say, you actually get 3 patterns as well. 3 patterns, your Liberty dress, your drape top, and your Stella hoodie. And you've got all of the patterns with, once again, your comprehensive instructions of how to make those. Yeah, I like the hoodie. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Love patchwork and quilting. Look at the clips. You saw the clips that we had earlier. No, we didn't get a chance to do the clips, did we? The rainbow clips, though, if you are at the point of binding any quilts that you're doing, these are lovely. And look at how vibrant they are, perfect this time of year. Beautiful springtime rainbow binding clips, which are just a lovely freebie. But this is, again, for I would say more sort of beginner intermediate again. This is your simply love patchwork and quilting. You've got 18 exclusive designs. Well, in all of these, you get at least 20 projects, but lots of exclusive looks, lots of hints and tips once again, lots of projects. And if you just want some inspiration of some patterns and some colours for your quilting, then this is perfect. Perfecto. I love this one. Keeps popping open on this page. I don't know why, for a reason. I feel like I'm drawn to that one. $5.99, issue 58, there you are. And the final one is out today. Out today, you're getting a fresh look at this. Nobody else has seen this. We weren't allowed to open them until this morning. Nope, not opening them. I said on Monday, can I take one home so I can have a look? No, not allowed to open them. Now, this is for more the experienced quilter. So if you have got experience with quilting, then this one is for you. This is more intermediate to advanced, but again, same sort of thing, just with more complex patterns and ideas. If you want some inspiration, it's got lots of lovely interviews and great patterns, more about sewing quilter. There we are. More offers in there as well. And you get the corner tool for free, for absolutely free. £5.99, and that's today's quilter on sale today. Add it to your order. So if you're buying with Alistair, if you bought in the Tools Hour, or if you're buying these, add them to your order, and you'll only pay one postage and packaging throughout the whole of the day. Now, if you love English paper piecing, EPP, I should say EPP, it's easier. I know so many of you love it. We've got a whole hour with Alistair, and once again, Mother's Day theme, we're making some gorgeous bookmarks. Do not go anywhere. We will show you all of these magazines, and Alistair is coming up. Do not go anywhere. Go and put the kettle on, and we will see you just after this.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for the Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do an ease stitch. It's very similar to our running stitch here, but the purpose of it would be different. So I've kind of mocked the head of a sleeve here. 9 times out of 10 you will have to ease the top section of your sleeve. So this is the stitch that you would do that with if you were going to do it with hand. So I'm going to use the embroidery thread. I've just popped a knot on the end again just so it doesn't pull through. Normally you wouldn't do it with embroidery thread. So on your sleeve, normally these sections will need to be kept as they are because it's only this section here that we need to be working with. So I'm going to be doing a running stitch quite close to the edge of the fabric. I'm just going to do the quick method here where you're pulling the needle through the fabric while keeping it on the same needle. So I'm going to stop there and then pull that all the way through like so. So you can see that I've got just that section sewn there, and then as I begin to pull you can see that I'm easing the head of my sleeve in. So when that is stitched, these curves should disappear. They shouldn't be there because you've eased the bigger section into a smaller section on the clothing. So that's easing.
Tune in on Friday 23rd of February for an hour of Sashiko stitching with Jennifer Taylor. Originally a traditional Japanese technique for mending clothes, Sashiko uses simple running stitch to create fascinating, intricate patterns. We have everything you need in this hour, from the complete Sashiko starter kit to books, templates and accessories will have you stitching in no time. As well as teaching us the technique, Jennifer will be showing us how to apply it to a sewing room storage set. So join us and learn something new on Friday the 23rd of February at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy to follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Alistair's back. It's very exciting. We're all Mother's Day today. It's lovely and girly. I love all the different makes that we're doing. But this is English paper piecing. Now, I keep hearing everybody talking about English paper piecing. It's so on trend at the minute, and it's just great. I know Natasha is saying this is something that she literally just has in her glove box. It's something that you can do in front of the television. It's something that you can do that you don't need to sit down and take up lots and lots of room to do. So it looks quite daunting what we're going to do this hour, but Alistair assures me it's not. He's done all of the hard work. Coming up with it was hard, but actually now when someone tells you exactly what to do, then it's brilliant. Templates are back. We've got some gorgeous, in fact, let me just show you what we're going to be doing then. So we're making it as a bookmark, but there's so many different options once you've got the flower sort of made, because I love this on the hat. I mean, how cool, Paul, that is so cool, isn't it? So the pattern is $6.99, and once you know how to do it, the possibilities are endless. So look, this is what we're talking about. We're going to be doing more of like a bookmark. So once it's made, it looks like this, with this lovely Liberty print as well. So you just have that hanging out the side of the book with the, do you call it a rat tail? Yeah, with a rat tail to divide it. So that is so lovely, isn't it? But I do love the idea of being able to, once you've managed to do it and you've got the knack of how to do it, then the possibilities are endless to embellish on hats, accessories, etc. So there it is. For just $6.99, you get the pattern with your instructions. So this is what your pattern looks like. So you have all of these comprehensive instructions. Alistair's instructions are fantastic. They are really, really detailed. He said to me off air earlier, I mean, don't worry too much, because there's a lot of people that talk that will use certain words and terminology that you just don't need to. He makes it ever so simple and breaks it all down really nicely. So you've got all of your instructions here in the pattern for $6.99 with your fabric. So you've got your florals, which are lovely. So these are the sort of smaller florals, and then you've got your big block florals. We'll have a look at this one first. This is $15.95. And you've got this lovely sort of ditzy print. It's so pretty, isn't it? And a very sort of country house. I can't think what it reminds me of. A bit Cat Kidston-y. It's really pretty, isn't it? Very girly, very feminine. $15.99. And look at all of the pretty prints. Perfect for Easter. Perfect for Mother's Day. Flowers, yes, they will only last probably a week. This is going to last a lifetime. $15.99, and you get a lot of fabric there. A lot. In fact, how much do you get? 6 fat quarters in here, 6 fat quarters for $15.99. I can smell that lavender already. Smells beautiful. It does, sorry. Other option is your larger sort of floral blocks. Yeah, these are lovely. I've got a dress that's literally this print. Yes, it's actually this print. Oh my word, I should have worn it today. $15.99 for all of these lovely different floral prints, the blues and the pinks. Very, very feminine, very girly. $15.99 once again for 6 fat quarters. House of Alistair. This is, well, Alistair is here himself. How amazing is that? Should we go over to Alistair? I'll bring this over with me. We'll talk about the templates in a bit, but hello, hello, hello. Mwah. Oh. Double kisses, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Now, I just came over to you in the break and went, oh my word, okay, where on earth do I start?
Yeah, so
This looks tricky, but you assured me that you've done all the hard work on this and you're going to make it really easy for all of us.
Yeah, the pattern really is. So literally, everyone that's done paper piecing, the only thing about this is because you're working on a smaller scale, sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly, but once you get over that, it's absolutely fine, and it really is really simple.
Okay.
Really is.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It really is.
Okay, I trust you.
So, anybody who hasn't done paper piecing, we'll just start by showing people how to actually put. I'm going to use the old-fashioned method, which I prefer, just because I sew all the time, and I just find sewing rather than gluing is quicker for me, because me to learn how to glue would be a bit of the other way around. Yeah. But you can use glue.
Now you're saying this was actually something that you stumbled upon as a hobby.
Yeah, so because we were discussing it before, and it's very difficult for creative people to find a creative thing that isn't necessarily associated with your work. So,
well, you said you tried cake decorating and making, and you were trying to do 2 fancy things.
And I can't sing, so I'm tone deaf. And well, I think I can dance, but I probably can't. And and I can't play an instrument. So yeah. So I started this, and actually this is something that I can actually just do. And the thing is, all you need to do, you just need to get a nice little sort of pencil case or a hobby case, and literally you can take it everywhere and anywhere.
Well, Tash said that she has hers just literally in a glove box in her car when she's sitting waiting for a son at school or anything. Then you just sit there and you can get on with it at your own accord.
Because it's small pieces, and you don't have to do pretty much anything else to it. Now, I prefer to use a really high-tech paper clip because I don't like to use a pin. Now, the reason I don't like to use a pin, so when you go over there, if I was to put, say, this needle in, and I was to then go like that, you can sort of see why I wouldn't want to use a pin, because it's actually distorting the actual shape itself, and I don't want to do that. So if I just pull that out and then I put the paper clip in its place, you can see that that is nice and flat, and it's not distorting it. The other reason for doing that, if it concaves like this, you're actually stretching more fabric over this side. So when it actually releases, it'll be baggy on this side, and you don't want that. You want a tight, So this is the only time that I pre-tie a knot in. So you literally, once I've got the paper clip there, I just use my thumb and I fold it over the paper piecing, and then I go around. Now what I do, I smooth with my finger and the needle, and I use, to get right in that corner, I use my thumb to pull the fabric this way, and then I use the needle and my finger to roll it into that corner to get a really sharp corner.
I've seen so many people that do it that have just no sort of seam allowance, that are trying to work with such a small bit of fabric, and that's when it looks tricky. This, you've actually probably got a centimetre there, haven't you?
All of our templates, all of our pre-cuts are all a centimetre bigger, and that's come from myself because I don't want to make the job even fiddlier. So as soon as you start going any smaller, then it starts to get a really, really fiddly. It saves on fabric, but to be honest, the amount of fabric you'll save is pretty minimal. So I'm just going all the way around, and a lot of people like to go a stitch in between. Because I've been doing it for a little while now, I just get really, really lazy, and I end up doing it every corner. When it gets to a bigger shape, you do need to go in more. And then literally, I pop out. So what I do is I always go back through the middle.
Right.
And the reason for that is this stage, you want to make up all of your different shapes. And if you just finished it and it was dangling out there, the likelihood is that that's going to start to unravel. Whereas because that's secure in the middle, it's out of the way. And especially when you're making it, it's out of the way. So
it's all in the instructions, but you would make 4 of those?
Yeah. So if we just have a quick look at the instructions. So on here, so to make each flower, so there's 2 different variations. So there's the one that I've made here, and I'll show I'm going to show a different variant, which is in the picture on the front of the pattern, which is where we've added a lining, and instead of filling it with lavender, we've actually curved it in itself and propped it in, so it looks more like a little orchid.
Yeah.
So you need 3 of the diamonds, and you're going to make this little shape, like a little bud. And then you need 2 triangles, and you also need what I call the little tongue of the lily, which we'll show you how to make in a second. And you need 2 triangles, and those make up these sections.
Oh my word, have you designed all of this?
Yeah.
This is brilliant, isn't it? It's brand new today. You've not showcased this anyway yet, have you?
No. This is completely brand new, and so no one has seen these. So
brilliant, all... there you go, exclusive. Likewise with the fat quarters as well. They are brand new as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I haven't brought these on at all. So once you've made 3 of these, you can see this diagram here that we're now starting to make this sort of pyramid sort of shape or triangular shape. The one that we're doing when you fill with lavender, you close it and you stuff it with lavender. The one that we're going to make now is the one that's open and it doesn't use lavender. But as you've said, all the instructions are here. So you've got the wording, but you've also got the pictorial reference. And also, we have the templates, and it also tells you how to fold the little tongues.
Perfect.
So it's all in there in one go. So, let's get started. So, we're going to start by making the body. So we're going to use the cream cotton. And what we're going to do, now we're going to do the reverse. Usually with paper piecing, you would put right sides facing, and then you would match up the points, and then you'd whip stitch that. In this instance, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it on the reverse. So we're going to almost have the stitches slightly visible. So again, I'm going to start away from the work and come out where I'm going to start stitching. Let that go inside. Now, I'm going to, so again, 1, 2, and on the third one, and then you pop through the, and it's important at that stage to go slow, because if you go too quickly, the loop will knot in itself, and then you have this great big ugly sort of...
yeah, that's absolutely flush.
So then, the idea of this is we're just catching the fabric, so you'll feel the paper underneath. It's not the end of the world if you actually catch the paper, because the thread acts like a cutter, so when you remove it, it slices through the paper.
Right.
And our English paper piecing is 180 GSM.
Yeah, so it's thicker than a lot of companies that do the templates, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. So that's another thing that really annoyed me, because those paper piecing, it's almost like a throwaway thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And no, we're not into that.
Well, you said you can use this sort of 15, 20 times if you do it right and you're careful with them. You can still manipulate them, and they're ever so robust, aren't they? But, yeah. I mean, you should get 15 uses out of them.
So I'm just going to add another one. I'm going to come around this side, so I'm going from the bottom up to the top. And then we're going to add to this section, we're going to, before we close this, we're going to add our rat's tail. And the reason we're going to do it now is because we want to bury it inside. So I'm just going to...
It's quite therapeutic. I mean, this is something that you do just in front of the television and just at your own leisure, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's fun really sort of, if you just get a lot of random paper piecing pieces, obviously corresponding sizes that will ergonomically fit together, just have a play and just see what you can come up with. Yeah. It really is. Paper piecing doesn't have to be 2D. It can be 3D.
Yeah, everything I've ever seen has always been on sort of quilts or, you know, as you say, 2D. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this that's... Look at that. I mean, that is so cool, isn't it? It is beautiful.
So you can make it into a brooch, into some earrings. Yeah. I've used it on the picture here, and I've actually used it on a hat, to trim a hat. So you just make multiple ones up and trim a hat. Yeah,
perfect. The possibilities are endless once you know how to do it. Once you've done one, I bet then you know the rules and you can just go along step by step.
Yeah, and honestly, this will take you around about an hour just to make one. So as a little minding or a gift, it wouldn't take long at all. So we're going to take a rat's tail, and I'm going to use the rose gold colour.
Now also, you found it incredibly difficult to source these colours, haven't you? You've managed to source... You do get black and white, but these obscure colours like this rose gold's beautiful, and the lavenders, they've been proven quite hard to get hold of.
Yeah, I'm all about trying to find the impossible sometimes. Because I find myself, whenever I go to a haberdashery, it's always quite disappointing when you know you've been... For instance, if somebody tells you in a kit or something like that, oh, you need X, Y, and Z, and you go into your local haberdashery shop and you say, oh, do you have any of this? And they go... Oh, we do. Oh, and then they take you over and it's usually white and black and possibly a cream, and that's about it. Whereas here we have a plethora of
isn't there 21 different colour varieties, in fact? You haven't just said, OK, I've sourced you a nice red.
I've sourced you a few.
Look at all these. Right, we'll have a quick scan over the different reptiles that you can get. Look at that. That is fuchsia pink. And honestly, get a few. They are 90p each. They are 90p each. That's it. We're going to run the graphic of each of them so you can go you can pick and choose what you want and add them to your basket. But you get a metre for that, don't you? A metre.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Silver, look at that. I don't know whether you can see it as well on screen at home, but I mean, this is a metallic. These are going to be lovely at Christmas time. If I were you, though, I know I'm talking about Christmas and we are now sitting here in February, but these are hard to source, and it's not every time that you come over do you bring these. So it's definitely great to just keep them in your storage boxes for when you need them. This blue's lovely as well. So they come as a metre. Well, you've got every single colour. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this is lovely, this teal, isn't it? The orange is there on the screen, 90p. They'll all be on the website, so you can add them in. So, how do we attach them?
Right, so what I'm going to start doing is I am going to just lay this, so you can see that I've got the 3 sections here, and I'm going to lay this so it's coming out of the bottom there. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sewing that corner piece, there together, and then we'll come all the way down to the bottom. Now what I've done before is I've tied several little knots. I've tied about 3 in the same place. Now this is going to go inside and you're not going to see it, so don't worry too much if you've got granny knots here. We don't need perfect reef knots or what have you. So we're just going to, come out again. I'm not doing too well here. So we've got that, that's just disappearing in. So I'm going to get the corner.
Just skim the edge.
Yep, you're just wanting to pick the fabric up. And the smaller you can make your stitches, the better, and it becomes neater. So I'm only, and also try and use, where possible, matching thread. Now that's easy to say when you're joining yellow to pink, and then you go, ooh, which one? So just try your best. I always
see what's going to disguise it best. Yeah.
So I'm just going to whiz down here.
Yeah, I don't think it would work as well, but you could make it a feature if it were a brighter sort of colour as you thread, could you?
Yeah. I mean, you can, exactly that. So, for instance, because that has purples and sort of blues in it, you could actually use a royal blue stitch and make it really cool. Yeah, nice idea.
That would stand out nicely.
See, we're designing as we can.
Yeah, we are.
Right, so I'm just going to put a stitch there. So now I'm just going to pull that in so it goes right in the centre. And I'm not going to pull too hard because I don't want to pull it all the way through. And now I'm just going to nip that with my fingers, and then I'm just going to sew it into the bottom. So I'm just going to go through just a couple of times just to anchor it in.
I think Paul is cursing you of how many different colour varieties. We've got 6 more wrapped out colours to run through. They will be all on the website. We say, right, we've managed to source the impossible. I've sourced a couple of colours. 22, 21 different colour varieties.
Come on, Paul, work quicker, faster.
It's Paul. He's blaming the machine.
Oh, blaming the tools.
I know.
Shameful. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in, and then I'm going to come out, and then I'll snip away from there. So that is that section done. So that is our base of the flower. So how easy was that? That wasn't too difficult.
No,
okay?
I did keep up with that.
Yeah. So now we're going to create the top section. But before you do that, you want to take 3 of the same sections, and you want to make a lining. Now this lining, we will be taking the paper pieces out. But when you make this up, it's important that we're not going to stitch on the outside. You actually stitch the normal way, which is you stitch with right sides facing. So most of the stitches is all encased inside. So we just pop that to the side. So then we're going to make the little tongues. So this is really, really simple. So all you need to do is you just need to get again, all the measurements and everything are in the instructions. So all you need is a small square and a little offcut. So I fold it once in half, and then I fold the corners in. Fold the corner in again. So I've created a little triangle there with anyone that knows how to make a bishop's hat napkin, then this is exactly what you're doing. Quite specific, but there you go. It's from my waiting days. And then
a bit of creativity
exactly,
you had doing your napkins.
Not when you had to do 120.
They weren't all swans then.
No, oh God, no. So then you fold the sides in again, and you can see we're starting to create a little intricate shape. And then, if you hold it there, and then you just decide whether or not you're happy with that, and yes, we are. So now you'll see we've got some little tails there, so we're just going to cut straight across. Don't worry about those. And then all we're going to do on the base here, we're going to go sew through all of the layers to keep it. It's just a little tacking stitch. And again, this is going to disappear inside.
This is what I think Liberty fabric is perfect for as well, the more intricate detail, because you've got that sort of ditzy pattern, small flowers. It works really well, doesn't it, with more intricate work like this.
So now we're going to create the orchid top, if you like. So with this detail here, because when the orchid part is open, you want the tongue to almost be facing it, so it's right sides together with that. And you can see that all I'm doing is I'm making sure that the point is just shy away from the top of this point. You can see that I've got about 1 centimetre overlapping here. And then it's equal distance, slap bang in the middle. I'm going to lay the cream cotton section over the top. So I'm creating a sandwich. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fine thread. Now I'm just going to start on the corner here because I'm holding it, so you don't need to go away from the work at this point. I'm just going to catch that corner. And then I'm just going to normally stitch until I hit, we're going to call it the stamen, so, or the tongue. So when you come to this point, you can see that I can't go, I can't do a whip sit. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sew all the way through, making sure I'm catching both sides. And I'm going to use a tiny little stitch, so I'm doing it about 2 millimeters apart. And I'm just going in and out and in and out. But I'm catching both the cream triangle and the Liberty triangle. Now it's going through all of the sections.
Like you said, once you've gotten over the fact that, yes, it is a bit fiddly, but once you can deal with that, then it's actually not that many sections to it.
No, it looks really intricate, but actually when you break it down and you explode it in your head, then in fact, it's not very many sections at all, really. And
remember, all of these demonstrations are always saved forever on YouTube. So if you get these home and you're thinking, I can't remember how this thing goes, yes, you've got your comprehensive instructions, but also jot down the date of today's show and you can always watch all of this back at any point on YouTube. That's what I'd be doing. Just pause, right, let me do this bit and pause. It's great to have it that you've got it on YouTube. That's what I was doing last night when I was watching. I had a marathon of Alistair shows last night.
God bless you. So literally, I've come to the corner, and what I like to do is, because I want to tie the thread off. I come just in a little bit, and then what I do is I just tie the knot about a couple of millimeters in, and then I just snip my thread there, so that it's away from the edge. When it comes to sewing all these bits together, all you do is you just tuck them underneath, and it's absolutely fine. So another trend that we're bucking is that usually you would remove the papers, but in this instance we're actually going to save the card inside, because the card is going to allow us to create the flower shape. So it's a bit like a stiffener, if you like. Yeah. So we've got 3 sections now with the little tongues on. Now we're going to then add the Liberty sections to the lining sections. In exactly the same way, but this time obviously we are going to stitch with the wrong sides facing. So I'm just going to add the 3 of these onto here. So I'll put one on. Ooh. So then I'm just taking care, and the smaller you can make the stitches, but then you want to see some of the stitches because you want to show that it is handmade and hand sewn. Yeah, exactly.
And like we said, it can actually be a detail in the piece, can't it? If you've actually got the seam showing. Oh yeah. So these are different hexagons. Whilst you're doing this, Alistair, remember, you've also bought us the pre-cards. If you are bored of cutting out hexagons, then these are perfect. And they are, of course, Liberty fabric. And you've just got a whole sort of random selection of lots of different fabrics in here, some beautiful, beautiful ones. If you go to Liberty, I'm sure that you're saying, because I thought it was you can buy a minimum of ½ metre, but did you say it's a metre that you have to buy a minimum of each?
I don't think, well, I think it's either ½ metre or a metre.
Metre, yeah. I mean, so that works out very costly, doesn't it? If you want to have a lot of different varieties of fabric. Well, you get 30 different patterns, 30 pieces in each hexagon. So that's your 3½ inch. It comes in 3 sizes. So you've got your 3½, you've got your 2½. And if you actually measure from here to here, this will be a centimetre larger, because what you do actually is you give a centimetre seam allowance, don't you? So even though we're saying, right, this is 2½ inches, you still go with the 2½ inch template, which looks smaller, but it's because it's allowing for that centimetre seam allowance. Alistair was also telling me there's quite a lot of companies that will measure from here to here. He doesn't. He says he measures from the longest part to the longest part. So that is, again, 2½ inches, £10.99. This is the one our producer Paul actually made a pocket square out of this one. It's lovely, isn't it? And our last one, again, 30 in each pack, 30 pre-cut Liberty fabric. This is the 1½, 1½, 2½, 3½ inches. Pre-cut hexes. It just depends what size you're after, what project you're doing. So that's another option. Have we got the pre-cut diamonds?
No, we don't have the pre-cut diamonds. But watch this space, because they will be coming soon.
Oh, good.
Spoiler alert.
Good. Sorry. Right. In fact, whilst Alice is just hand stitching those, let's have a look at the fabric, because they are very, very popular. Can I open this one? These are brand new, once again, to today's show, not been seen anywhere. I like this one. This one's so pretty, isn't it? 6 fat quarters. There you are. Did I? My producer's saying, you look nervous doing that. Oh, we've done this before. $15.99, I feel bad. They're all folded so beautifully and packed away. We'll have a look at a few of these. Thank you. So you don't have to fold them back up nice and neatly. This one. Please do check out of your basket. Please check out of your basket. I would hate for you to miss out, especially as these are brand new in the show today. Brand new. Fat quarter pack for just $15.99 of all premier fabric. Beautiful ditzy floral fabrics, which are perfect for Mother's Day, aren't they? And perfect for all of your different... Okay, so you've got this one. This is lovely. I love this one. As I said, this is similar to in the other pack. I have got a dress made out of exactly the same. It's just lovely for summer, isn't it? I'm going on holiday on Sunday, and I've got a suitcase which is full of all my summer stuff. So this is where all the florals come out. So also the blues. Just have a look on here. Blues. Pinks, this one's lovely as well. But they all just work so well together. They all blend lovely together. So that's in the one pack, $15.99. The next one, which is the most popular, I'm being told, okay, is sort of the bigger roses, the bigger floral patterns. What did you call these before, Alistair?
Just, vintage rose.
Vintage rose, vintage rose. Thank you, look at this. So again with the burgundy and the roses, the creams and the greens and the pink, that's nice, isn't it? The brighter floral, bright pinks and blues. This is the one that I have. I've got a dress of this actual fabric. All premiere here today. All premiere, all brand new to the show. $15.99 for the whole one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, quarter, $15.99. Right, let's see how Alistair is getting on.
Right, so...
It's very therapeutic, this is, isn't it? I'm feeling, I don't know if it's the lavender that I can smell, but I'm feeling very relaxed.
Feeling very zen, Di.
Yeah.
So you can see I'm just going around the perimeter, and all you need to do when you come to what I call the little donkey tails, if you like, you just need to...
Technical term.
Yeah, technical term. I'm sure it's not, but anyway, that's what I'm calling it. So literally, you just need to fold them under. And because you're working with the Tana Law and the Liberty print, it's a lovely, lovely, fine, fine weight. So you're not... it just disappears in the inside because it's not hugely thick. So now we've got our last section that we're just putting over here. So you can see all I've done there. So this part is the donkey tail, on ears, whatever we're calling it. Literally just folds underneath, and you want to just put it into the center of your work, and then we are ready to just stitch up this side, trapping that inside.
Oh, once you've done one, you'll be able to just keep doing them every hour. You'll be able to do 2 then, 3, and make a whole bouquet. Nice bouquet of paper piecing.
But actually, that's not a bad idea. If you were struggling to find a wedding bouquet, you could make your own.
Thank you. I will. Or you can. I will come to you for my wedding bouquet then. That is lovely. So how much fabric? I mean, you haven't really used that much fabric at all, have you?
No, I mean, they're so small. So to give everyone an indication, if you've bought the medium-sized hexagon pack, the diamonds and the triangles in that pack are exactly what I'm using now. Right,
okay. So I'll show you those in a second with the bumper packs and the packs that you're offering. I mean, that's another great great feature of your work as well, is that you have not only got the hexagons, it stops any wastage, but also it means that you can do the corners of cushions and different edges of your patchwork really nicely with the diamonds. I'll show you that in a second.
So I'm just finishing this corner, and then again I'm just going to put a little knot in the side there, and then I'm just going to go back in. And I'm just going to come out there. So you can now see that it's really starting.
I mean, look how fast that is. I was thinking when I saw this, oh, this is going to be really complex and really difficult, but it's now all coming together. Once you see a vision of exactly how it's supposed to look,
Well, exactly.
And you're going like that.
So it's almost like a little chirpy chirp bird.
Yeah.
So now the only...
Go on, do it again.
So the only paper piecing in this project we're going to lose, if you like, or take out, is the pink version. So because I've got all the stitching on the top, this makes it really easy just to pull them out, he said.
There you are.
And then once you've got these out, you can just throw these threads away because we're not going to use them again. So now you can see how easy it will be to remove the paper piecing. So it literally just slots out.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm hoping I've caught one just to show everyone that it's not bad.
It's not the end of the world if you do catch one.
No.
No, too good, too good.
We'll get
Of course
one.
you haven't caught
we'll get
one.
one. Oh, no, I have.
Oh, that's slightly caught.
Right, so you just need to just pull it, and then it will just... Right.
And it hasn't damaged even it
No.
hasn't really damaged your template.
So the main focus of paper piecing is any points you just need to keep extra. If for instance you tear that, then obviously you throw it away, but it's the points that you want. So now you can see it's become a little bit floppy, but if we were to keep the paper piecing in this, it wouldn't actually squish inside here. So we're going to trim a little bit of this off, just so that we're not keeping that extra bulk in. There we go. And you don't have to be neat at that point. And then we're going to offer up this section to here. And really simply, all we're doing is
nesting it in.
We're nesting it in, but we're just now going to go around the perimeter of the cream, and we're just going to close it up. And that is as simple as this becomes. And then what you do with these, which we'll show you a little bit later on, you stitch all these points here together.
Oh, beautiful.
And then you pull them down into the centre.
Oh, nice.
And then it creates that real 3D shape.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Right, whilst you're just, are you pinning, are you stitching?
I'm going to stitch this.
Okay. Right, we'll go and do the templates then whilst you're doing this, because is there anything that we need to know?
No, because I'm going to do the same as what I was doing with the other pieces.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go around the perimeter.
Okay then, right, we'll leave you to that for a second.
Okay.
The templates that I was just talking about. Oh, gorgeous. They are brilliant. So I might be shouting over to Alistair and asking which ones we're using, but we've got 3 different bumper packs. So we've got 3, is that right, Paul? This one, and this one. We're going to go for the diamond one first. So you've got, for $19.99, 5 in one pack. So, hang on, you get 4 sheets of this one. I'll show you each side. I've got to remember everything. Right, $19.99. So this one, which is your, are these the half diamonds?
These are half hexagons.
Half hexagons. So these are your, oh, these are the half diamonds. So these are your half diamond ones.
Yeah, so those are, so in the shapes pack, you've got the diamond, the triangle, and the square.
Okay. Thank you. See, this is why it's brilliant having actually Alistair here. So in this pack, you get the triangle, the diamond, and the square. These are the half hexy ones. Okay, so that's just one pack, which you get 40 half triangles. This one, you get 16 half 45-degree triangles. So they're your diamonds. No, your squares, and they're your diamonds. 4 sheets, 4 sheets, and 4 sheets. So in this pack, you get 4 sheets of each, $19.99. So here, it will tell you exactly. what to do with your hexes. So next bumper pack is this one. Now this is exactly what we're talking about the diamonds. So is this the one that we would use?
Yeah, so that one, it's the next size up, so it's the middle size, the medium size one.
So for the medium, this one is the one that you would use, but you get this in the pack. Not only do you get the hexagons to save wastage, but also to have your diamonds. So if you're at the end of a cushion or patchwork, that you can use these for your edges, but also you can use them for today's project. And the larger ones, 3 sheets in each pack. 3 sheets in each pack. $19.99. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. Our last bumper pack, you get 3 sheets of each again, and this is where you get your half hexie. We should go over and talk to Alistair about these actually, because, yeah, we will, because he was explaining this, and I want to make sure I explain correctly exactly what it is that you use the half hexie for. I suppose if you want to use different fabrics, if you want to do a 2-tone sort of fabric, then that would be good. We'll go over, we'll talk to him about these ones. Shall I take them all? I'll take these and these because these are the ones that we were using. Right. Just while you're stitching those. So with the half hexie, why have you done this? Because you have got the flexibility on these ones, haven't you?
Yeah, so the half hexagons, so for instance, if you do a whole hexagon piece, sometimes you would paper piece up a whole hexagon, and then what you would do is you would trim the edge and you'd cut through half of a hexagon and you just waste it. So there's not much point in doing that. So these ergonomically fit with the full hexagons. And that's pretty much why we did that one. But then also, if I just show you, so we've done it on another show. So for instance, you can, if you put them together like this.
You can make a pyramid.
And I always get this mixed up the wrong way. So if you do this, yep, you can create a triangle.
Perfect. There you are.
So you can create the triangle, and that's just using half hexagons.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, so it's a very useful,
very versatile,
but sort of understated and undersold sort of shape, really.
So in this bumper pack, by the way, you get 5 of the big half hexes, 5 sheets. You then get 4 sheets of this one and 3 sheets of the smaller hexes. There you go. $19.99.
And you also get the corresponding, so for instance, with the hexagons, you also get the corresponding diamonds and triangles. So for instance, normally when you buy paper piecing pieces, you just get one shape, and then they send it to you in like a packet, and all you get is that hexagon in that size. We haven't done that. We've given you all the other shapes that would ergonomically fit together. So you're actually getting a lot more in each pack.
Brilliant. So if you are going for the 3.5 inches, and you go for the 3.5 inch one of these, so it fits hand in hand. Okay, and the other one, the one that we're using for today, with the diamonds, you get 3, 4, and 5 sheets. Again, 3, 4, and 5 sheets. In fact, if I just turn them around, then you can see. There you go. Same price once again, but this one you get the diamonds. Any confusion, please will you call and I can ask Alistair any questions that you have whilst he's here. I mean, you're only here a couple of times a month, aren't you?
Yes.
So please ask, because because Paul's saying, I'm not sure, so please just ask any questions that you have. Right. Okay, back to you.
Okay, so you can see that it's really starting to take shape now, and all of those little tails, they're all tucked inside. And we're just going to finish up here now. So I'm just tucking that in, and don't worry if it's not quite, if you feel as if, just take your time. And when you come to a corner piece like this, if you have to just manipulate it a little bit and squish it in, and close it that way, then that's what you need to do. You don't need to, it's not that you've got the paper piecing wrong, it's just you've got to understand that you are putting a lot of additional weight, if you like. You're trying to disguise a lot of weight, and sometimes I like to just use some snips just to actually help me poke the extra fabric in, and when I can do that, I can really try and get as sharp a point as possible. So I'm just going to finish that section off here.
Adds more substance as well to your petals, doesn't it, if you've got that folding?
Yeah. So I'm just going to finish closing it, and you can see that literally that this hasn't taken long at all. And it's ever such a pretty little thing, and you could use lots of different colourways.
Oh, exactly. Oh, this is what I say, you can make a whole bouquet. So remember, with the pattern, here it is, comes with all of the instructions as well. Alistair's bought this especially for his premiere, never been to air before, and it's his design, so it is self-explanatory. It's all there in pictures and in words. Everything that you're going to need, but also step by step of how to do it. Now you do need to start checking out, because a lot of people have got them in their baskets but haven't yet checked out, and that all comes for just $6.99, all of your instructions. Once you've done one, I think then the fear of doing it will be over. You'll just know exactly which points and which stages to do it. But like you said, it doesn't take much time.
It doesn't, and the thing is, these are lovely little, you can make little brooches.
Yeah.
You can do all sorts, really. You could do earrings. You could have a play around and see what other different flowers you can make.
Yeah, you could add them to quilts, or you can add them to, this is lovely though with the scent. I'd have one of these, again, just hanging in your wardrobe, or for in your, make your clothes smell all nice.
And you can make bigger ones as well. So you can have them for your, as you say, your pant drawer if you want.
Yeah.
Right, so all I'm doing here is now that everything's stitched together and everything's in place, don't worry, the paper piecing isn't going to move inside. And if it does, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
But by this point, it's not really going to go anywhere. It doesn't have anywhere to go. And you can see, so now you can really see that now with all those
coming together,
and it's looking actually prettier than without all of those different bits and pieces. So just get rid of that, and I'm just going to wedge my pencil in there just to poke it in a little bit more. Right, so now I'm going to just catch the edges or the tips.
Again, that's a good tip from you always go from the middle.
Yeah, so I always go in so the thread disappears in.
Yeah.
It's just, it makes it just a much neater, makes it a much neater job. So this time I'm only going to do one loop because I'm using a much stronger thread. And plus, if I start doing too many, I don't want it to be too visible. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch each point together. So I'm joining the points all together.
I can't believe how quick we've done this. We've got still about 8, 10 minutes and we've managed to do one. I was thinking, right, this is going to take some time. You're not going to be able to show every part of it. We've literally covered everything.
So literally, so that's the last. Oh. Sometimes the thread has a mind of its own. So here, I'm just going to go through that again. And then all I want to do is just go in and out of that section, and that will just tighten that little knot up. So now you can see now, this is where the magic sort of happens. So now you can see if I use the snip so my fingers aren't in the way, if I just press that, you can see that it's now.
It's gorgeous.
So see, you can just see that, and that is just, so that pink lining is just shining all the way through. And then all you want to do, you should use a larger, longer needle. So I'm going to transfer my needles. If you've got doll making needles, those are excellent.
Yeah, we've all got those, haven't we?
Yeah, of course. It's a sewing must-have.
You go under pressure now.
Under pressure. So, we've only got this amount of time left. We've done that so quickly, blah, 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 blah,
and then threading needle
and then
takes you 4 minutes.
So, now this part, because you're going through some very thick layers, and also I can feel I'm just coming through. So, you might need to get a set of pliers. No, I don't. So now, you can see I'm at the bottom. So now I'm just going to pull that thread.
Oh!
And I'm just going to pull that inside, and you decide how much you want to pull it in. So I'm going to stop around about there. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my thumb, I'm not going to push, I'm just holding it there. And then I'm just going to sew through that rat's tail at the end. And that will just anchor that to the bottom.
Oh, this is a perfect Mother's Day gift, isn't it? Got the hot water bottle. It's also a quick makes. These are all things that you're not going to have to sit down and plan and prepare. This is something that we all can do at any level. We all can do this.
Yeah, you don't have to be an absolute whiz kid at it, but you just need to. It's just simple changes, just to have a go.
Yeah, definitely. Send us all your pictures once you've done it, because this is an exclusive. Watch it all back on YouTube though as well.
So I'm just going to, again, I'm just going to come out somewhere different.
Yeah, we've still got about a minute.
That's that. And then all you need to do with the end is you just need to tie one solitary little knot in the bottom, and then just snip it off so it's nice and neat. And there you have.
Voila!
And then all you need to do is you just need to manipulate the card that's inside.
Yeah.
And then you just want to bend the flower into shape, and there you have it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There it is. I would love that as a brooch. That'd look nice, wouldn't it? Oh, thank you. Right, okay, thank you ever so much. So remember, to check out of your basket on the packet, it's just $6.99 for the pattern. $6.99, that's it. And it's a great way to use if you've bought any of the Liberty fabric before, or any fabrics, and you've got, you say you've all got one of these scrap trays or scrap boxes with all odds and ends of material that fabric that you're going to be able to do this.
Yeah. And it's so effective.
Yeah, it is.
And it'll cheer somebody up.
I'm going to take it with me. Thank you ever so much. Mwah. Mwah. We'll see you soon. When are you back?
I'm back on the 17th of March.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you ever so much. What am I taking with me? I'm taking these. I'm taking this. Okay. So, I'm sorry that I've made this more complicated than it is in my head. But because it's actually really simple, it's just that you're getting so much. So with the different sheets, speak to the customer service team about the templates. Fabrics. Let's have a look at the vintage floral rose. These are lovely, $15.99, and you're getting six fat quarters. I love this one. This is beautiful. I'm biased though, because this is actually, I'll wear the dress. I'll wear it next time. I was saving it for summer, but I did think, oh, this is going to look so pretty. In the summer, I actually have a dress with this print on. Oh, I don't know if it will, if mine will be ironed. But how lovely is that? I will have to borrow the mini iron. Take it on my holidays with me. You need to check out of your basket. I know that we've got a lot of people that have already got it in their basket. You need to check out. This one's lovely as well. There's sort of a plum tone to it. You've then got the creams, the bright pinks, blues in there. All very perfect for this time of year. Springy, lovely summer tones. Mother's Day, Mother's Day, Mother's Day. Our next one. Now this is overtaken now, so this is the most popular. How lovely and vivacious is this? The colours are lovely, and they are brand new fabrics today, $15.99. So you have the one with the oranges and the greens. All nice ditzy patterns that you could fussy cut these flowers. That's another lovely bright one. Yeah, it is, isn't it? The yellow is going to be this is really nice. I can see this for a lot of Easter projects. It's coming up, it's coming here before we know it. The blue and pink, all 6 for $15.99. Now, ever so quickly, can I just show you, can I open a packet? We've only got 1 minute, but I just want to show you just a bit of an array of the colours. Don't. So whatever you do, don't open the packet. Oh no, you've done it. Oh well, I'll get told off. This is the 3.5 inch, yeah, this is the middle one. But you just get this lovely array of Liberty fabric. How pretty are these? Look at this. So it's all random, but it's all iconic Liberty fabrics. So you get 30 in each pack. There's the 3.5 inch, there's the 2.5 inch. Sorry, that's the 2.5, this is the 3.5, and this is the 1.5, which is very, 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 very popular. Add it to your stash. Okay, don't go anywhere. We've got Miss It, Miss Out. So it's the last chance on some of your favourite fabrics, designer fabrics galore. You've got to be quick for the next hour. Are you ready? We will see you on the other side of this.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Hi, my name's Jo Carter and these are my top 3 tips. My first tip would be, even if your sewing room is normally a real mess, and mine always is, try and take the time to organise your fabric, your stash into colour order, because being able to see it and have it there, meaning you can pick out the colours and have them to hand and try fabrics together, really does help when you're quilting, and it means you use all of your fabric and things don't get lost and forgotten about. My second tip would be try and get to know your sewing machine. So spend an hour or an afternoon trying out buttonholes and various stitches and just get to know what it can do, because then when you've tried them, you know you can bring things into projects and make life easier a lot of the time. And my third tip will be try and sew when there's somebody else around so that they can keep you supplied with fresh cups of tea so your sewing's not interrupted.
Clear your diary for Sunday the 25th of February as we invite you to 2 whole hours of William Morris quilting and fabric. At 10 AM, Jane Alcock joins us to demonstrate an exclusive quilt design from today's Quilter magazine using the elegant William Morris Kelmscott collection. Jane will be taking us through how this stunning quilt is made, and we also have the kit including all the fabric you need to make the quilt top. Then at 11 AM, sit back and relax for a detailed tour through the Kelmscott fabric collection itself. Iconic William Morris prints including the exquisite strawberry thief bird and swirling leaves of bachelor's button. So tune in and join us for a very special 2 hours. Sunday the 25th of February starting at 10 AM only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Make sure you join us on Friday the 23rd of February when we'll be taking a tour of some of our favourite quilt kits. Along the way, we'll stop to admire the stunning Cathedral Windows quilt kit made with glorious K-facet fabric. For a cute and cuddly quilt, Pam Lintot's teddy bear quilt never fails to warm our hearts. Liberty lovers will adore Alice Caroline's Tree of Life, while Anna Maria Horner's Travelling Blooms kit is a fabric lover's delight. All of these quilt kits come complete with the fabric you need to make the quilt top making them perfect for yourself or to give as a quality gift. So tune in for these tempting treats and more, Friday the 23rd of February at 11 AM only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78, Sky Channel 678.
I can't believe it's the last hour already. Where has today gone? Lovely Alistair, look, I've attached it to my jeans. I've got a nice little flower. I don't know where to put it, but he said I can keep it. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed. I'm getting a bit too excited about the fact that I can keep this. Okay, producer Paul, I can hear you. Today, this hour is all about urgency. It's about pace, he's saying. This is a lot of fabric to go through. No time to chit-chat, is saying. I was going to have a nice chat. We haven't had it's about our afternoon tea time now, isn't it? Well, not afternoon, mid-morning lunch, mid-morning brunch. But we've got a lot to do. So these are all fabrics, a lot of which, designer fabrics that we have known and loved. And I do not know if we will ever be able to order in again. So I will tell you, the designer, I will tell you how much is in stock, but you've got to be quick to check out of your basket on this hour, because if there's 7 meters, but somebody wants 7 meters and they check out, and you're thinking, oh, there's still loads, I'm only wanting ½ a meter, got to check out. Right, so let's get going. Starting with Alison Glass. This is Alison Glass. Beautiful detail on this. You've got the birds and the stars and the bees and the trees. Now you've got, I love this though. Look at all the detail. Can you see it on screen? You can just about see it, I think, on your television screen, but you've got birds and stars and insects almost. This is really nice, isn't it? Very different. Yeah. £5.99. How much of this is in stock? We've got 20 meters left, that's it. It comes in ½ meter increments. So speak to the customer service team if you want to order 1 meter, it's 2 units. We've only got 6 meters of this left. Again, Alison Glass. 6 meters left. £5.99 per ½ meter. It goes up in ½ meter increments. So ½ meter is 1 unit. Am I right? ½ meter is 1 unit. 1 meter is 2 units. Gotta go quicker. Okay. This one has been popular again. 7 meters left, that's it. That's why it's in Miss It, Miss Out. ½ a meter is £5.99. And it's that lovely Alison Glass Sun Prince fabric in sapphire. So you've got all of those different shapes again, the stars, flowers, the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Same again, but in the lighter blue. Blue bonnet. Blue bonnet, 6 meters left. That is it in stock, and I do not know whether we're going to be able to get them back. £5.99. Yeah, it's got the ace of spades again. I'm not going to sing it. Don't worry. Don't worry. That was my singing, yeah. You can book me for your wedding, christening, parties. We saw this one just a minute ago with what colour? Oh, we saw it with the lighter blue. Oh, so let me put this to the side. Is it this one? Oh, look at that. That one's lovely, isn't it? Look at that. It reminds me of a kaleidoscope. You know, when you look into a kaleidoscope and you see all of the different patterns, almost if you stare at it too long, you can see certain shapes, can't you? You can see your hexagons. Can you see what I mean? With the star. You can see your diamonds. We're going to see if we can find the graphics for this one. I don't know whether we're in order, are we? Only 4 meters of this diving board. It is almost like you stood at the top of a diving board, and you know in the swimming pools have the patterns on the bottom. It is like that, isn't it? You just stood at the top of the diving board about to dive into that beautiful Caribbean blue. $5.99, half a metre, $5.99. Not much left though. Okay. So the same again, but this is in your ocean blue. So you had the diving board, that swimming pooly blue. This is your ocean blue. I love all the names for them all. Diving board in starfish, this one says. So this one you can see the triangles a lot more, can't you, than the hexagon. I can see the hexagons now. It's one of those, if you look at it too long, and then you see lots of different shapes. Only 5 metres of this left. Only 5 metres of this left. Hello. I can see you there, adding to your basket. Not yours until you check out. And I miss out. I'm being told that it's really, really essential that you check out as soon as you know that you want something. I'd hate for you to miss it, because don't know when we're going to be able to get it back in. This is lovely. Again, you just got to think about, we've got lots of different varieties, something for everybody in this hour. These, we're starting with your blue tones. Only 4 metres in the reef mermaid. Oh, it's unbelievable. Mermaid blues, the starfish, the flowers, under the sea. 4 people have added to the basket. If you all have a metre each, then it's sold out. So please, please, please do check out. Please check out. More people adding to their basket. Well done. We love that one, under the sea. This is your marine. Comes in half metres, remember. Only 3 metres left. This is one of the most limited, actually, of the lot. $5.99 for half a metre. And this is your diving board in reef in marine colour. What I'm going to do is I want to show you all of the fabrics, and then what we will do is we will go through and I'll update you on stock, and I'll tell you what's sold out and what you need to be careful with. So I do just want to show you what we have available. Starting with all the blue tones though. So if you are, you know, doing your patchwork, quilting, dressmaking, anything, these are all lovely, aren't they? Oh, shall I put this one to the side? This one's the same, but that tealy greeny blue. Oh, this is one of my favourite colours in the world. Peacock sort of teal tones. It's called Tide. It's Alison Glass Sun Prince range. Tide colour. It's lovely. Look at that big bird swooping in. Just $5.99. Oh, I have got the code now for the last one. So let's do that next. These are all designer fabrics, 100% cotton, Alison Glass, one of our favourites, but all of these are end of line fabrics now. So stock up, ready for any patchwork, quilting, dressmaking, bag making. This will make a nice little toiletry bag as well, or if you're doing like Lucy was teaching us the other day how to do covering all of your folders. $5.99. Did we see this earlier with the birds and stars? Similar, not quite the same. So, this one again, you've got birds and, what animal's this? What insect is this? With the big wings. A wasp or a bee? Probably a wasp. It's lovely, isn't it, when you actually look at the shapes and the patterns that you're getting with that spot. Some filled in spots and some not. Okay, $5.99. Alison Glass. Blue Yonder, half a metre for $5.99. Get in touch with us, by the way, if you want to have a look at one full out, or if you're thinking, right, what pinks have we got? What I was doing this yesterday when I made a cushion yesterday. I'm so happy with myself. I don't know if you know, but I made a cushion. I'm on my sewing course, and I keep saying to everybody now, everyone's going to say, she's been at one sewing course and she now thinks she's an expert. No, I'm very aware that I've got a lot to learn, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's a skill in itself, picking the right fabrics of what's going to go with what, especially when you're looking at your patchwork and quilting. Obviously, it's all personal preference. But you want ones that complement each other, don't you? Oh, you got to be fast, you got to be fast, you got to be fast. Love this one. Love this one. I would make a nice skirt out of this. This is Lewis and Irene. In fact, we did have. Maybe this was one of our fabrics from our wrap skirt on Monday. Similar sort of. I think we did have Lewis and Irene. Half a metre, $6.49. Your designer fabric. Look at those colours popping for spring. That is beautiful. $6.49 for half a metre. How much of this have we got left? It's limited, it's 20 metres, which sounds a lot, but trust me, this has been very, very popular, and that's why it's in Miss It, Miss Out. This is from that range that I was talking about that has that metallic sheen on the leaves. Can you see this gold? It's gold leaf. You can see this lovely gold metallic, almost like a Schiller luster, which is beautiful, at half a metre for just $6.49. Ooh, Into the Woods by Lynn Goldsworthy. Now we've only got 4 metres. We've only got 4 metres. Oh, look at this! You would fussy cut these as well, couldn't you? Oh, I just love that as a full story. That's so pretty. Can I open this one out? Into the Woods. I do like this one. Oh, 3 of you like this as well. 3 of you love this as well. We've only got how much, Paul, sorry? 4 metres. 4 metres in total. Look at that lovely little house as well. On the rolling hills. It's not yours until you check out. That would make a lovely quilt. This was, I think, going to be our first sellout. We've got 2 metres left. That's it. 2 metres. Pop it in your basket and check out. That may have gone. It may have gone. That is lovely. I'm going to put this here because I think I'm going to be saying that one's sold out. Oh, another Into the Woods, Makawa. How quick can you be? We've got 1 metre left. Who is going to be the first to put this in their basket and check out? Please call up the customer service team on 0800 112 4433. It is going to be your fastest way to jump onto the web, I think, especially when you're looking at Lynn Goldsworthy trees, colour. It's a green colour. Definitely grey. It's lovely. By the time we come back to it, we've got a feeling that'll be gone. You've only got 1 metre left in stock, and I'm not sure whether that's the end of line, remember. We'll keep it here. We'll keep it here, but I'll let you know. More Lynn Goldsworthy next. Oh, nice. 1.5 metres left. Now, one person, I think, could come in and snap up the whole 1.5 metres, and then it's sold out completely. This is 100% cotton, machine washable, £5.99. I'm being told I've got to speed up to get through all of these. I don't know where today's gone. It's gone ever so quick, hasn't it? This is it. I'm not here now until, I think my next show might be with Alistair later on in March. I'm off on my holidays for a couple of weeks, which is exciting. I want to take my English paper piecing now. He's got me into that. Especially, I'll definitely take my flower and say, look, I've made this. I can't claim it as my own, can I? Only 2 metres. Only 2 metres of this. $5.99. $5.99 for half a metre. Remember, half a metre increments. 1 unit is half a metre, 2 units is 1 metre, and so on and so forth. A lot of people who have bought earlier on are coming back and multi-buying. Even if you've checked out your basket, it's not a problem. If you've checked out, you still only pay that 1 postage and packaging all day long. Same one, same fabric, just different colour. This is your dark grey. This would have gone, I was looking in a fabric shop yesterday on my course to pick out my fabric for my room, and this one would have gone perfectly. The thing is, when you start, my mum has already said, oh, will you turn your sister's trousers up, and can you make me some arm cushion covers, you know, for the arms of a chair, of a sofa? Will you make me some arm covers? This one would be nice. $5.99. This is all about last of line though, limited stock, $5.99. Everything is coming to an end. Okay, we've got the greens and we've got the greys in this. So this is again into the woods. Into the woods, Lynn Goldsworthy. That's lovely for springtime, isn't it? $5.99 for half a metre. $5.99 for half a metre. We are almost halfway through the fabric. Almost halfway through. Keep it in your basket. Check out, check out, check out so I can tell you availability and I'll keep you updated on what is left. If you want the grey, have a look at this. Into the Woods, Lynn Goldsworthy. So these are all fabrics as well that have been extremely popular and they are now extremely limited. So that's why they've been put into miss it, miss out. There is 1 metre left. In fact, right, let me just show you this because it will be the last time you see it. This is going to be the last time you see it. We've got 3 people with it in their basket. There is not enough to go around. Last chance to get this now. Fantastic, there's only half a metre left. Half a metre left, $5.99. Okay, I think it's about to sell out. I will put it to the side along with the other one. That's very, very limited. I'll try and update you as I go. Yes, I really like this one. It's like the, did you say clouds? I think it's like rolling hills. Only a metre. I'm so sorry that there is only a metre. Sorry, just have a sip of more water. Half a metre is $5.99. Nothing else like that. Nothing else like it. Hello, Wendy. What's Wendy said? Good morning. Oh, I can see a blue quilt in the making. I don't blame you. Let us know once you finished it. Let us know. I was thinking, oh, it doesn't take too long. My teacher was showing me her quilt that she made, and I said, how long does that take you? 4.5 years. 4.5 years. So yeah, come back to us in 4 years and show me the quilt you made. She's fantastic, but she says no quilter ever just sticks to one project. They'll come back and forth and come back and forth, and you have to put it to rest sometimes. $5.99 for half a metre. Paul did a Lego kit that said 4 to 5 years. He said, I did it in a week. It was easy. Have you all met Paul? Have you seen him on air? Have you come out? Tilda! Woo woo! Tilda fabric. Right, now we are getting a new Tilda collection in. So this is the last of this range now. This is going to be the last of this range. We are not getting this back. As far as I'm aware, you will not be seeing this again. How much is left, Paul? Oh no, right, 4 metres, that's it. We have 4 metres left. Get it now before it's too late. This might be the last time you see it and miss out. From the Cottage Collection range, that's Sage, Fireworks Sage Tilda fabric. I love this one, that is really nice, isn't it? So it's 110 centimetres in width. 100% cotton, half a metre is $7.99. Lovely fabric. Okay, next one, you gotta be quick. More Tilda, let's have another look. This time, we've got a little bit more, so, well, I say, don't get too excited. We've got 20 metres, we've got 5. 5 metres of this gorgeous Tilda fabric. $7.99 for half a metre. We love shows like this. I mean, this is a really great chance to grab some bargains, get the last of, if you're thinking, I'm using that fabric at the moment, I'm using that fabric, I might need some more, or I want to make some accessories for a cushion I'm going with, grab it before it's out of stock. Some fabrics, yes, we will order back in. I cannot guarantee on the designer fabrics that we'll get them back. This lovely ditzy pattern now. This is Tilda, again. It's from the Cottage Collection, and it's Sigrid Dove. Oh, how pretty is this? Look at that. So vibrant and yet so feminine still. It's a bit Liberty-esque actually. It's really pretty. I do love the Tilda range. We only have 6 meters in total. That's $7.99. This will look really, really pretty with the flowers that you've just seen Alistair making actually. $7.99. See, if you bought half a meter, you can have a go at doing the projects. You could use it for not only the rose, the flower bookmark that we made, but also you could use it for the hot water bottle and the pouch that we made earlier on, because that doesn't take up much fabric at all. There you go, $7.99. We're on track then, aren't we, Paul? We're on track. Look, we're about halfway. I cannot lift these fabrics, by the way. I'm a bit scared about it. Halfway through, I've got to flip them. It's a good job I've been practicing with Pancake Day last week. Yeah, this would be nice, fussy cut as well. $7.99. Tilda mini blue fabric from the Cottage Collection range, just $7.99 for half a meter. Remember, this whole hour is about the last of the lines. Limited fabric, all designer, Tilda range. Tilda, we do have a new range of Tilda coming back, don't we? We have the new Tilda collection coming in, so make the most of these old favourites. They are lovely. I can see a nice wrap skirt with this. If you are new to dressmaking, on Monday's show it was, we did great introductory sort of wrap skirt and a really, really basic, simple dressmaking show. I think this sort of fabric will look lovely with something like that. Or a nice cushion. $7.99, half a meter. Let us know what you do. Let us know. We want to see all of your projects. We love to see it. This is what's so great about the Facebook, the Sew & Quarter fan page that we have. Everybody constantly sharing their hints and tips and all of their projects. I love to see it. I love, 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 love to see it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Bouquets of flowers. Now, this has been probably one of, if not the most popular from Tilda. That's why it's now in Miss It, Miss Out. We started with a big selection of this fabric, and we've now got how many meters left, Paul? 6. 6, that's it. Could be the last chance. In fact, 4 people have just added it to their basket. $7.99 for half a meter. This bouquet, beautiful, perfect for Mother's Day. Perfect for spring and Easter. In fact, all year round. That is beautiful. Now, if you do order it as 3 meters, they don't come in half meter cuts. You will get it as a 3 meter block. So it's cut off the bolt, and it will come in whatever sort of measurement you order. So if you order 3 meters, it will come 3 meters. There we are. I've got a feeling that one's going to sell out as well. This next one is lovely. It's Tilda again. Tilda. $7.99. Half a meter for $7.99. Tilda berry leaf, plum fabric, that Cottage Collection once again. Detail is beautiful. You can't see, but all of those little dots in between of that lovely pastel pink really stand out. $7.99. Oh my word! Right, wait till you see the next one. This next one is so fun. Right, what are you going to make with this? I want to cover my folders with this for any of your workshops. Any of your workshops. Or how cool would this be as a skirt, actually? That's really nice. An apron. Yeah, I think you've won. I think you've won. In fact, let's hold this out because I've got a feeling this is going to be popular. This is lovely for a child's room as well, isn't it? Look at that. That is so vibrant. Is that me, or is this definitely John Scott? John would love this. $7.99. Apples in navy. This is organic cotton. Organic cotton. And lovely apples. Oh, it's making me hungry. This is from Carolyn Gavin's new collection, and we are already saying it's last of line. It's How much have we got? Half a metre. Okay. This is 100% certified, global, organic, textile standard. Say that normally. 100% certified, global and organic, textile standard. So basically it's organic cotton. How fantastic is that? Please will you send in all your pictures of what you do with this, because this is one of those fabrics that you don't forget. This is one of those fabrics that is your icon. It is your icon. This isn't going to be something that you just want to blend into, you know, on a quilt, just as a slight patchwork bit. No, this is going to be your apron or your folder. It's going to be the main print, isn't it? It's one that you won't forget. I want to know what you do with this one. That is lovely. Okay, for all of you new buyers, if you don't know how to buy with us, then please just call the customer service team, because they are fantastic. Speak to the team and they will be able to help you through. But basically, it's in half-metre increments. So if you want 1 metre, that's 2 units. If you want half a metre, that's 1 unit. If you want 3 metres, that's 6 units. But don't worry, because the customer service team can help you through this. It's all cut off the bolt. So you won't receive it in half-metre pieces. It will come as you order. But, I mean, these are all top quality fabrics. $7.99 for half a metre. Fantastic value. Fantastic. If you are putting it in your basket, it's not yours until you check out. If you are thinking, well, I might see something else that I like and I only want to pay 1 p&p, doesn't matter how many times you check out of your basket, you will only pay 1 postage and packaging. Oh my word. I think I've got a new favourite. This is gorgeous. Amy Butler, I love Amy Butler fabric because, look at this. Look at the detail. Can you see the peacocks? How lovely is that? Are they peacocks? Birds with lovely big feathers. They are, aren't they? Oh, that's gorgeous. How regal is this? And I love the fact that you have got that repetition. You've got that motif throughout. So once again, you could really just fussy cut this motif, or just even the birds. This is lovely. $6.99, half a metre. It takes 2, baby. That's called It Takes 2, isn't it? I don't like to show off. Ah, half past. We said we'd get through it all by half past. No. 15 to do. Okay, I'll speed up. I'll speed up. Sorry, I'll stop singing. Have I got it upside down? $7.99, half a metre, $7.99. Back to Tilda. From the Cottage Collection. That navy blue. Right, let's speed up because we've got so much to do. Pardon? Dashwood. I'm not hiding, I'm just quite small. I've got big high boots on today. Oh, right, speed. Stop chit-chatting. Dashwood, harvest wood, floral fabric, flower fabric. I would say it was more like lollipops or, it's lovely. Guess what we have next? And you've just told me to speed up. No way are we speeding up. We have Liberty. Only 8 metres left in this, and we've had a whole day dedicated to talking about Liberty. It's been so exciting. So if you do want Liberty, you've got half a metre, $7.99. If you're planning on making any of Alistair's pieces, then definitely get half a metre of this or more. You are never going to tire of Liberty's classic cream large Newland fabric, half a metre for $7.99. Lovely ditzy fabric, but it's Liberty. You know it straight away when you see Liberty. Okay, you've got to be quick. The next Liberty one, only 10 metres left. We only have 10 metres left. This is iconic. We saw this in some of the hexes. Because you told me to go quick, I'm actually, I have slowed down, haven't I? Sorry about that. Oh, I love that. White flowers on that green, cocky green background is lovely. Liberty green Emily silhouette. Now there's only 10 metres. If you've already got it in your basket, check out. It is the day to get it. If you've been looking at this, I do not know whether we're going to get any more in. As far as I'm aware, we're not. This is now the end of line. If you're making pillowcases or a quilt for a, you know, a children's bedroom or newborns, or, I mean, this is lovely. This is really, really pretty. This is nice for the kitchen as well, whether you're making oven gloves or a tea cozy cover, apron idea. What are you shaking your head at? Chula Pink, Chula Pink, Chula Pink. Did you see Chula Pink's show? Oh, isn't she amazing? Sorry, speed. Oh, she's amazing. Chula Pink. Working together with Free Spirit. $6.99. Where are you, birds? There we are. Limited again. Only 10 metres left. There's no actually right way around this. I was looking at one and then I've noticed, oh no, I am upside down. I'm upside down, but it's because it's nice that there's no direction with that. They're all spinning round. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is vibrant. $7.99 for half a metre. That'd make a lovely little purse or makeup bag, toiletry bag, or weekend bag. Oh, I'm excited for my holidays now. This will be lovely for the beach bag. Yeah, right, we're going. So far, we have seen 40 limited fabrics. This is it. We are still racing through all of these. I want to show you everything. $7.99, half a metre. Back to Tilda, one of our faves. But there's only how much left, Paul? 8 metres left. There's only 8 metres left. Get in touch with us if you want to have a look at anything in more detail, or if you want any more information about any of the piece of fabric that you've seen. I want to know what you're going to do with them. I want to know. Michael Miller. I'm thinking toys, or a blanket for a cot, or a dress, a skirt. I don't know why I've got apron in my mind again. But that's lovely for a bedroom, isn't it? Or a nice cushion for a child's room. Or just clothes. I'd make some nice little trousers. Okay, my little godson would love those. Okay. Liberty! Needs no introduction. You know what you're looking at with Liberty. That lovely ditzy print. $7.99 for half a metre. We have not got much left though, and it's that pink, beautiful pastel base. 6 metres left. So if you want 6 metres, go for it. Pop it in your basket and check out, and it's all yours. The last end of line, 6 metres, $7.99. Right, should we move on? Adidas Sitar, John Scott's fave. I met with John on the weekend, and we went for a coffee. He's really helped me. I don't know whether he'll probably be watching, so I can't blow his trumpet too much. But honestly, he's really helped me. So, John, I met up with John last weekend, and he was talking to me about Adidas Sitar. So it's one of his favourite designers. But it's classic, isn't it? You can see why, can't you? Look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? $5.99 for half a metre. That's your horseshoe blue. It's green. Oh, I don't know about some of these names though. Horseshoe blue. Have you seen that on what's her name? Audrey Roberts on Coronation Street. Apparently she always goes after every sentence, and they've done like a whole video. That's what it reminds me of. Devon County. We had this with our what were we making on Monday? On our weekend bag. That's really nice. This would be, I see this one is more, right, I'd put this with my quilting, I'd put this with patchwork, because you've got that repetition, and it's subtle, isn't it? Devon County, lowest fabric, half a metre is only $8.50, so how much have we got left? 5 metres. 5 metres, next one. Sorry that I'm going so fast. I will update you once we've whizzed through. This is cool. Psychedelic, isn't it? This is really funky. Has anybody at home, I want to know, have you done any reupholstering of any old furniture or anything? Because I think fabrics like this would look really funky as like an office chair or, you know, a throw or something in your office or in your workplace, in your workroom. Let me know. This is your Uptown Rainbow Grey. Michael Miller. This is one that I'd be fussy cutting. Oh, yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it. Michael Miller. Only 4 meters though, there is only 4 meters left. And look at how lovely this is. In fact, I'm sure I've spoken to, there it is, look at the rabbits. Because you could fussy cut around these rabbits or the birds. Where? Look at this little mouse. Or a squirrel. Look at this pretty little mouse, a squirrel. I am looking at it upside down. Where? I can't see that. No, here. I would say it's an not an otter. Aardvark. 4 meters though, 4 meters. Adidas Sitar, we only had this a couple of days ago and it's now limited stock. This is the one that John was telling me was his fave. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? It's very antique-y, very vintage. Your medallion pale blue. Green. It says blue, but it's green. $5.99, half a meter. $5.99, right. I want to whiz on. Sorry, I've only got 20 minutes left. 3 more. This is the one. No, I digress. Go on. Alison Glass. If my mum's watching, Mum, I'm thinking this for your armchair cover. What are they called? Armchair cover. Armchair cover. There we are. 7 people have just added this to their basket. It's not yours until you check out. If you saw the picture of my cushion, very, very similar to the fabric that I used for mine yesterday. Look at this. Oh, you don't understand how much I love this fabric. We need to get more of this. We need to. And I'm being told that this is why it's in Miss It, Miss Out, because this is it. And it's only $3.55 a half meter. Yes, please. How much have we got left? 6.5 meters. That is nothing when it's so affordable. $3.55 for half a meter of your violin. Do you know somebody musical? Do you want to make a present for somebody musical? How beautiful is this? That's fab. Yeah, I'll have some of those. It's addictive, isn't it? It's addictive. Alison Glass, and it's Paul's favourite. In fact, let's have a good look at this, because this is so nice. Of course, because it's Paul's favourite, let's spend a bit of time on this one. It's very, very limited though, so please remember to check out your basket. The reason I wanted to open this out is because look at the octopus running through. And that lovely detail of the pretty, oh, it's a mermaid tail. An octopus, that mermaid with the lovely Rapunzel hair. But from a distance, you can't see that. It almost looks like it's just been doodled. You know when you used to doodle when I'm on the phone? I love the fact that it looks like it's just been doodled with a biro, but it's, oh, the detail, it's lovely. You're quite a doodler, aren't you, Paul? No, he's not a dude. So this one is just $5.99, and we haven't got much left. Did you say 6 meters? Oh, a little more on this one. So if it's in your basket, you're all right at the moment, but I would still be cautious. How pretty she is. Look at that. $5.99 for half a meter. So, I can breathe. Oh, well, I can't yet because I've got to flip them over. Right. We have had some sellouts. We've had some sellouts. If you go onto the website, by the way, go to watch. Below, everything that is available is there. Everything that is available is there. We have had pieces that are selling out and they will disappear off the screen once they have completely sold out. But it's all there. Everything from today's show is there. I have done it. And I didn't have any help. But I did it all on my own. There we go. That is a weight, I tell you. Right. Alistair Glass, let's go through. Half the stock of this has gone. We've got less than 20 minutes on air, so I do want to fly through again and show you availability. You can't quite see on screen, you need to get it home, but you've got this faint lines of stars and bees or wasps, insects, birds, wings, more stars, all sorts. So there you go, $5.99, a lot in your basket, a lot in your basket. Half of the stock of that has gone. Now, did we go for the dark blue or the lighter blue on this one? Okay, so this one, again, is your Alistair Glass designer fabric. Miss it, miss out, miss it, miss out. This is the last chance on these, $5.99 for half a metre. We've then got this one, or could we not do it? We can do it. No, I don't think we ran the graphics through. I think there was a problem before, but we can do it now. There it is. Yeah, that is cool, isn't it? What a great blue. It's like a royal cobalt blue. $5.99 for half a metre. That's lovely. Okay. Yeah, please let me know of sellouts. This one. No, that's the diving board one. The Tide one was the one, and no, the Tide one was not number 6. I think we put that down. Yes, that one has sold out. Okay. Is that this one with the... That one's gone. This one, well done. We are very, very limited on the Alistair Glass that we showed you. Just the one at the very, very bottom with the blue with the mermaid. Are you kidding? Oh, no. Right. Oh. I thought you were pulling my leg there. No, we want to look at it. With your lovely mermaids, let's have a good look. Do you want me to have a look in the middle? Come on, let's have a look, because this is really nice. For half a metre, you've got so much detail. Oh, no, I can't open it out. There we go. Ah, under pressure. Here we go. Oh! That is a metre. So that's 2 units. That is a lot of fabric. I'll just keep it still. Have I got it the right way around? Is she right? Is she the right way around? Keep turning. There she is, pretty mermaid with your octopus. But as I said, it is almost just like it's been doodled with a biro. I love how free and simple and easy it is. Whether you're doing, again, interior design, whether you're decorating your home or your workroom or cushions or quilting or patchwork. This is really nice. Half a metre is just $5.99. It's been very, very popular. Okay. Apples, let's do the apples. I love the apples one. We are very, very limited on the apples. I think it's going to be extremely, extremely popular. Let's see, that was near the bottom. Oh, you're testing me today, Paul. You're testing me today. We're getting there. Yeah, they eased me in, and then Paul comes in and throws me in at the deep end. Where's the apples? Oh, here. Oh, half the stock is gone. Half the stock is gone. Oh, right, if you've just bought 4 metres of it, please will you just quickly email in or send a message on the internet and it goes through to Paul. I want to know what you're planning on making, 4 metres. It's just so fun, isn't it? It stands out a mile. Even in a stack of fabric this high, you're going to find this. It stands out. There's nothing else like it. It's the icon. It's the one that you're going to remember if you're going to make a gift for somebody. Or I still really like the idea of having this in a children's room or in the kitchen, or as a nice ironing board cover, or I don't know. $7.99. I want to know what you're making. If someone's just put 4 meters of that, well done. Okay. The which one? Sorry. Yeah. The dark one with golden leaves. I do remember this. It's here. I am strong. This one you need to see in the flesh. It's very, very difficult to show you on camera because it has the most beautiful, I wonder whether you can see it better if I hold it like this. It's got such a lovely shimmer, gold metallic sort of sheen to it, which is so beautiful. Look at that, can you see? Lewis and Irene Country Home floral on that dark navy blue, so it really pops even more so, that gold leaf effect for just $6.49, half metre. That's really, really nice. The only one that has that metallic sort of feel. I've got an email. Hello, Helen. Oh, Helen sent a picture. Helen, hello. What's Helen said? Hi, love the show, love the presenters, love the guests, and love the makes. I reupholstered my bedroom stool. Thought you might like to see it. See, that's what I said. First thing I ever did. Oh, my word. That is incredible. I made the fabric first, then recovered. I absolutely love it. So you've done the patchwork. That's so good. Oh, you're giving me inspiration. You are giving me inspiration. This would be really nice as a stall as well, wouldn't it? Because you've got that dark base, so you don't worry about it getting marked, and it's got enough detail in to be a statement. That's really, really nice. That's just $6.49 for half a metre. Okay, miss it, miss out. Right, how much of this have we got? Michael Miller Star. I do want to do this one again. Adita Sitar. The Michael Miller Star, the red, it's red, isn't it? There we are. So, I want to know what you're using it for. So many people with this in their basket. There's nothing else like it. If you want that red, in fact, I think this is the only red fabric that we have. $5.99. Michael Miller's Sprinkled Stars. How cool this look. Yeah, children's. I'm thinking for my, godson. He would love this. He's all into all of his room at the moment. It's all, you know, those glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. Do you remember? Did you used to have those? I've still got them. There's a lot of you with that in their basket. Adita Sitar, this one. John's favourite, of course. John is a bit of a trendsetter here, isn't he? He is everywhere, in fact. I shouldn't just say here. He is the trendsetter. So he has said to me that he loves this one. And therefore, I think a lot of people love it too. Very, very limited, very limited. A lot of you have got this in your basket. It's that medallion, vintage, antique sort of feel, isn't it? It's just $5.99 for half a metre. How much is left then, Paul? How much is left of the Adita Sitar? Only 3 meters left. A lot of you with it in your basket you need to check out because there's only 3 meters left. Just $5.99. And if you are multi-buying, no matter how many times you check out of your basket, you still only pay 1 shipping for all day. So even if you watch the show later, if you're watching on Sky, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching today, you'll only pay 1 post and packaging all day. This one. Oh no. Please can we check the basket? I think it's nearly gone. I think it's all nearly gone. I will show you very quickly, but it could be sold out. Look at that. Don't need to worry about direction with this because you've got them upside down, back to front. There's 1.5 meters left. Now, if anybody has got it in their basket, please check out now because there's 4 of you with it in your basket. So there's more demand than we have supply. It will sell out here and now. It's one of the most affordable fabrics of the show, just £3.55 for half a metre, and it's one of my favourites. Musical. Right, Liberty Pink Floral. Oh, look at this. I'll have it out. Again. You got the lovely Dixie floral print, and it's Liberty, Liberty Pink Newland, half a metre, it's £7.99. But this is, I mean, high-end Liberty fabric. We all know Liberty fabric, and it's from the English Garden collection. So my plan on my next sewing class, I'm gonna start, I'm not getting married for 18 months, but when I do, I want to have my own bunting. So how lovely would this be in the summer to have all bunting made out of Liberty print? It'd be so good, wouldn't it? No, you don't need to see me doing my sewing again with my greasy hair. This was me yesterday. I'm training. You can't say I'm not trying. I'm trying my hardest, but I must say, I'm really enjoying it. I'm not doing it, I'm doing it off my own accord, that I want to go and I want to learn, and I'm finding it really, really fascinating. So yeah, that's my first attempts of patchwork and quilting. So yeah, I loved it. So hello Anita, if you're there watching in Warwick. And everybody, Carolyn, a woman who's avid fan of the Sewing Quarter, came in yesterday into the shop. Oh, look at this. This is your Michael Miller Stars, very popular. Also, Michael Miller Wildlife. I've used this for a bag making, I think it was a bag making demonstration, I want to say with Lucy, but that's such lovely fabric, isn't it? Half a metre for £5.99. Where's the time gone? It's already gone 10 to. Miss it, miss out. Please do check out every basket. I know I sound like a broken record, but the fact that you only pay one post in packaging all day means that you can just keep checking out, keep checking out. I know a lot of people that are making for children different makes, especially how perfect is this for Easter? Easter is just around the corner. All those Easter egg treasure hunts, you can make some lovely springtime, lovely Easter bags and boxes for this one. £5.99, half a metre, £5.99. This is your Macawa Uptown, 100% Uptown girl with 100% cotton, machine washable. £5.99. Right, let's whiz through a couple more. 6 minutes. Oh, and I'm not folding it the right way. If you need any inspiration, remember we've got new issues out today of all of our magazines. I will briefly show those in a second, but which one next? Sorry, Paul. This one. I do. I really, really like this one. I love that gold print. I love how regal Amy Butler's work is. This is so gorgeous. With those peacocks, it's the splash of pink and the splash of green, the splash of blue next to that lovely cream and gold base. It looks so, so regal. £6.99 for half a metre. Amy Butler is one of my favourites, I must say. Tilda, Amy Butler, Michael Miller, these are all names that we love. All designer fabrics this hour, just £6.99 for half a metre. Oh, stay and shop from the comfort of your own home. You can have a flick through the magazines, get some inspiration of what makes you want to do. Watch our YouTube tutorials. £6.99. So the magazines are out today. The brand new issues we are selling as individual issues. So if you are new to us, Simply Sewing is probably the one to go for. There it is. And you also have some brilliant patterns included in this. You have the Liberty dress, the drape top, and the Stella hoodie, all as freebies with our Simply Sewing magazine. Now, this is a magazine that's been running for a few years. It launched in 2015. It's already the #1 sewing magazine in the UK. So it's already very, very popular. But if you are a newbie like me and you're starting out, this is the one that is recommended for beginner to intermediate. Now, if you love patchwork and quilting, this is, again, extremely popular for patchwork and quilting. 18 designs. Well, actually, it says there's always a minimum of sort of 20 different projects in there, but you can flick through and see all of the hints and tips of the patchwork and quilting. And then there's also today's quilter, and they all come with freebies. So have a look. In the patchwork and quilting one, you actually get the clips, the rainbow binding clips. So if you're at that point of binding on your quilts, then there you go. Now this one is even an older magazine. This is launched 2013. But you have so much inspiration, bursting with inspiration and patterns, expert advice. In fact, I say expert advice from some familiar faces. You know, Lucy Brennan and Joe Carter, they all feature in this magazine. Now, if you are more advanced, if you are an expert on your quilting, then this will give you more challenging patterns, more challenging projects to have a bit of a play with. It's also got a great list of suppliers and expert advice. This is the #1 quilting magazine in the UK. It's just $5.99. So this is more traditional. This is for quilters who are a bit more experienced, but you also do get that freebie of a 45-degree cutting corner tool. So that is on sale today. $5.99 out today, on sale today. I wasn't even allowed to open this before 8 o'clock this morning. So if you do want some inspiration, they are available. You can add them to your order. They're on the website. Okay, can we do this one? Your bouquet. Your beautiful floral bouquet. It's all been about flowers today. We've seen a lot of things which will be perfect for Mother's Day, and this is lovely. You've got that white base with the bright Tilda floral bouquet. Just $7.99 for half a metre. 0800 112 4433 if you've got any questions. Our customer service team are incredible. Incredible. Right, shall we end with Tula? Tula pink. We all love our Tudor pink because it's so fresh and modern. It's so, there's colours that I would say would clash in my head. I would never put an orange t-shirt with my purple jeans and my blue hat, but it just works, doesn't it? If you're not bold in what you wear, but you want to add a splash of colour. He isn't actually upside down, look. It's multi-directional, if that's the right word. There you go. Multi-directional. Your favourite's One Direction. $6.99. It says that's a good band. I've only got 6 metres of this less. Retweet. See what I mean? I even love the names that she calls it. It's so contemporary. Retweet. £6.99. And there it is. So you've all been asking, where's John Scott? He's back tomorrow. He's back tomorrow. So he'll have loads to tell you tomorrow. John Scott is back with Jennifer Taylor at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. Fabulous Fabric Shop. You've got Tula Pink tomorrow with Jennifer Taylor at 10 a.m. And then you've got Irresistible Quilt Kits at 11 a.m. So do make sure you join John. Check out your basket on anything that you've bought today. Thank you, Alistair, and thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Send all your pictures, and thank you so much for all of your love and kindness towards me. I know I'm new, and I'm learning, and I'm loving it. So thank you so much for your company. But yes, we are on YouTube, and we are on Sky. It's repeated all day long, so you can watch how to do all the projects. But I'm off on my holidays now, so I'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you all from everyone here at Sewing Quarter. Bye.
Tune in on Friday 23rd of February for an hour of Sashiko stitching with Jennifer Taylor. Originally a traditional Japanese technique for mending clothes, Sashiko uses simple running stitch to create fascinating, intricate patterns. We have everything you need in this hour, from the complete Sashiko starter kit to books, templates and accessories will have you stitching in no time. As well as teaching us the technique, Jennifer will be showing us how to apply it to a sewing room storage set. So join us and learn something new on Friday the 23rd of February at 8 a.m, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.